to Billy Madison.
Hello, Billy Madison.
You want me to take my shirt off for you?
No, thank you.
Okay, baby.
What up? Welcome, Billy Madison Show. I just posted a photo with the update of Nard. If you want to see it. Nard
there right now.
has secured the bag. He's got that bag installed.
Oh,
He's secured it.
dang. He's got a poop bag.
It's not a poop bag. It's
Oh,
draining.
that's what I think of when you say bag. Yeah.
It's a drainage bag. I guess after you remove the gallbladder, there's a
Uh-huh.
lot of yucky stuff. And so it can just fill up. Maybe that's why Nard is feeling a lot of pain.
Oh, okay.
So they put the bag in there. That'll be in there for like 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't even know. It just depends on how much that thing's filling up, if they'll send him home with the bag or not. Or if they're like, you're an idiot. You're never going to know how to drain the bag, you dumbass.
Man, he better hurry it up.
I told him, I said, we got an event June 14th.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he can't not be at that event.
I got some papers to submit.
The only thing that because Derek had to talk to his landlord. There's a lot of, behind the scenes things. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I haven't. I left him a voicemail yesterday.
Oh,
Okay.
I
You
got
haven't actually talked to him.
Hell no. I mean, I left him a voicemail.
Well, that was nice of you.
I'll call him. I'll call him again right after the show.
Well, so Nard's got this bag in. We got our big event June 14th.
Mm-hmm.
It's on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Game Day Men's Health, those badass dudes.
Hell yeah! Shout out.
From 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., we're going to be at McFinnigan's Pub. I don't know why I can't say that. But it's Blanco Road in Lock Hill, Selma. It's like my face is on summer vacation.
I got you. Okay.
Right? It's like my lips are like, hey, it's summer, dumbass. What are we doing? Why are we at work?
Why are we at work? We're not teachers.
I know. It's my face is like, why are we at work?
It does
My
often
lips.
seem that a lot of people have the summer off, which is
Yeah, when I'm
weird.
driving around, all I did, the whole ride in,
Mm-hmm.
it was silence, and I was just bitching because I'm like, I don't want it to be like last summer.
Right.
I mean, I want to be flooded with phone calls. I want to be flooded with listeners.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be flooded with support.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be like last summer.
Yep.
Last summer was ass.
No, it was.
I thought we put on some fantastic shows, but just felt like nobody was around.
Right, yeah. It felt like a lot of people had summer vacation. But,
So-
I mean, it's just, I don't know if that's it feels like that,
The
though.
cool thing is we're going to bribe you next week. Can I say what we're giving away next week?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
hell yeah.
next
This is
week we're-
badass.
Next week, we're going to bribe you with Metallica tickets.
Metallica
Hell
tickets. Basically all week.
Yeah. So
like
that's-
Monday through what? To Thursday?
So last summer, we didn't have one giveaway.
No, we didn't. This summer, like a week in, we have Metallica tickets.
And then we have the Nard event, which if Nard can't
That's
be
hard
there.
to follow Metallica.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
That's a tough
I'm just
one.
saying that we're going to be there for the Nard Wieners for Money party.
Yeah.
It should be fun. Hopefully Nard's out. If he's not, we're going
mean-
to have to set up some cameras so that we have a big screen there so that Nard can be on the big screen from the hospital.
Yeah.
Narcan.
Yeah.
We're going to have to set up a webcam, and he might have to show his weenie or something.
I mean, something.
Weenie for weenie.
Yeah. That's crazy. Like I had to go to Burger Boy yesterday, grand opening, shout out. And every single person that stopped by asked about Nard. Every single person.
That's good.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
This Jelly Roll just said, Nard is the Dollar Tree Joker Venom.
Jelly
Alright.
roll.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys jelly roll?
Yeah, and then makes sense. His bag would be super tiny
Mm.
because I said he secured the bag. And this guy just said, man, he needs Jesus.
Yeah.
He does. Like, if anybody needed Jesus, I don't know why he rejects Jesus so much.
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure that he does.
Man, so a photo with Nard in it gets a lot of likes. A photo with just Nard's bag only got 8.
You just posted it.
I know I did, but
Yeah.
it's so gross, too, because you can see all the fluid from inside his body.
His butt, yeah.
Oh.
It's not his butt.
Okay. All right. Well,
Man, I had to go to the country bar a couple of weeks ago, and the door guy there was asking about Nard.
I know
At the country
everybody.
bar.
Everybody asks about Nard.
Yeah.
Everybody's asking about
Nard's
Nard.
big with the country and western.
Mm-hmm.
He probably goes there. We just don't know it.
Sure, he drops some hose off there
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
when he's Ubering and lifting and doing all that stuff.
He just wants to dance.
I just want to dance, guys.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. Me Derek and Nard all hanging out. We're like, oh, you want to go get some food or something? Nard's like, I just want to dance. Me and Derek looked at him like, what?
I couldn't believe the answer. Yeah,
That he just wanted to dance?
Right.
Was it Footloose? Or?
I mean,
It was in front of other people that we really didn't know that well. And it was
Oh,
just
man.
like, yeah, it was,
how embarrassing.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. It was, but man, it was funny.
It's great. But you know what's funny about it is you're serious.
But like, not everybody I guess has our sense of humor. So not everybody thinks it's as funny. I just think it's the funniest response I've ever heard in my life.
A grown
I
man
just wanna
saying
go,
he just
yeah,
wants to go dance.
Uh-huh.
When you ask him, it's a Saturday night. What do you want to do?
right. Mm-hmm.
I just want to dance.
Yeah, like everybody kept coming up and asking about Nard yesterday at my remote. And so in between people stopping by, the crew there, I'm telling them Nard stories, and they're just looking at me like they don't know what's so funny about Nard.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, these stories, really? These are classics.
Yeah, it's a tough
I
crowd.
was doing the only bangers,
Yeah.
about
good
Nard.
Nard stories.
yeah.
Where
Right.
he's fighting the raccoon that fell out of the ceiling,
Right,
and he's
yeah.
on the toilet naked.
I told that one.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
He shoved the raccoon's head
Right.
inside the toilet and then used the lid to smash the raccoon's head.
The only thing I worry about the younger generations, they're just like, well, everybody's got issues. It's like we don't laugh at issues anymore. Like those are all right. Well, I'm cooked. I am cooked.
We're gonna have to, I guess, expand the demo.
Yeah, I don't
Can't
know.
be 25-54. We're gonna have to do 25 to 94, where people have sense of humor still.
Yeah. I'm just worried about the younger generation's sense of humor. Because I
they
see
don't
the
have
stuff
one.
that they think is funny, and I'm just like, that's not even funny.
Okay, you want an example of that?
Yes, please.
People are freaking out because Arnold Schwarzenegger, this is what he said.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about, they're calling him weird and creepy for his blunt reaction to his son's wiener.
Yeah. Yeah, see, all right.
Because
It's probably a funny reaction.
Arnold faces a social media hazing for his odd response to his son Patrick, his nude scene on the season 3 of The White Lotus.
Oh, weird.
And he said he was watching the show, he's watching his son's butt,
Okay. That's funny.
and then all of a sudden he goes, I see the weenie.
Yeah.
How's that not funny?
I don't understand. Especially with, Arnold's accent.
Yeah, that has
That's
to be
what
great.
Arnold's
The
accent
weenie.
makes so many things funny.
I turn around, there's this weenie.
Yeah.
A Beanie.
And I had to say
Right.
the weenie.
I love Arnold.
Ah.
He was, I loved him on, that Netflix special from back, I don't even know if it was Netflix, but it was like when he won Mr. Universe and he's like bullying the Hulk like that. I mean, he's always been funny.
There's the weenie.
He's always been funny.
He continued as
He has a donkey that just like lives in his kitchen or
Yeah.
it comes in and out of his house like it's a dog. He's just in the kitchen with the donkey
Didn't he
feeding
say,
it.
yeah, the num 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 num.
Yeah. That's exactly what he did.
How's that not funny?
A very well-behaved donkey, though.
I'm so worried because, and he goes, nah, I said
No,
to myself.
the fact that they're attacking Arnold over this, and it was like, that's just a funny thing. Like, I saw the weenie. And it's like, how is that? That's
Just
just,
that he calls it the weenie.
yeah, right. No, that's creepy.
Ah, he's creepy. There's something wrong with him.
What's creepy about, I mean, he's his dad.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know if it's creepy.
Well, Arnold was like, he was naked in
people not-
Conan and Terminator. He was naked in those films. He's like, so, don't complain about it.
Like, wouldn't you, like, I imagine if Nard was still in the hospital and, like, his dad was alive, like, his dad would be the one helping him, like, put his pants on and shower him, right?
Sure.
Like, he would see Deweyne, and that would be perfectly fine because that's his dad. Instead, I got to do it. That makes it a little weird, but whatever.
Right.
Is it weird if your dad is like...
No. I had to get my dad was just riddled with cancer.
Right.
He's like 50 years old,
Yeah.
riddled with cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I had to give him a bath. Just put a little washcloth over his lady.
I don't know why,
What's the big deal?
I don't know
That's
why
what you do.
Zoomers, I think that's what they're called, is Zoomers, or why they're trying to make it seem like Arnold's, like, weird for that.
Yeah.
Like,
This person
They're
said
the
the
weird
weenie
ones.
comment got me. This person said that's hilarious and awkward in the best way. This person said That is just disgusting.
All right.
And this other person said, that's just a dad joke. Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Shut your butt cheeks. This person said, that is so wild, weird, and creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely weird and inappropriate to talk about your son's wiener like that.
Yeah. And I push back against some people because I see people that are like, this happens every generation. They always think that the younger generation doesn't have a sense of humor, and the older generation, did. And I don't know. I don't accept that because, like, when I was younger, like, I saw the Eddie Murphy special.
Derek.
I saw Richard Pryor, and I'm like, oh, these guys are funny, and that was before my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we had funny movies. You
Yeah.
had them all the Adam Sandler movies.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You had the Jim Carrey movies.
Mm-hmm.
You had all these movies, like funny movies. You had, what was the Old School?
Right.
That's one of the best movies still.
Somebody pointed out American Pie.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true,
It
but it's
is.
just like, I see the older stuff, the George Carlin. Like, I thought all these guys were hilarious, and it was, these specials are way before I was even born. It's like, so I disagree with that.
I just don't know we lost a lot of humor since COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody blames COVID, but I feel like it was going that way.
Maybe
anyway.
It probably was.
Yeah.
Well, then we're toast.
I've accepted that I'm cooked. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm fighting till the end, but I think I'm cooked. And I agree with Dragon on the chat that said if it was him and his daughter, it would be a different conversation. Okay, yeah, maybe it would be.
Yeah, because
But him and his son, it's not
That's
him and his
just
daughter.
funny, but
It's him and his son.
then all of a sudden there was their vag.
Right.
That would be weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sure.
It
that'd
would be
creepy.
weird. I agree with you. I concede on that. Things change with sex. Like,
People are saying Harold and Kumar.
Harold and Kumar, the White Castle for sure. I mean,
Well,
we had great movies.
I
We
was
did. You're right
thinking-
about that. We don't have movies anymore, but is that because of humor or is that because of, I don't know.
Yeah, because we're the people with the sense of
I
humor.
guess you're right. It
Go
is
on.
because of the sense of humor.
You got to have a sense of humor to make a funny movie.
Mm-hmm. Tropic Thunder.
Oh, yeah, that
come
was a good
on.
one.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, because I was like, well, what do we want to do on the show? I didn't even put this in the prep, but I was just thinking in my brain.
Right.
As, summer's kicking off, as I was outside yesterday
Right.
and the sun's beating down on me,
I hate the sun.
I was thinking, what is the greatest summer blockbuster of all time?
I can't even remember.
Is it Independence Day?
Probably.
Is that the greatest summer blockbuster
I
of all
can't even
time?
remember any blockbusters
What?
because, like, I forget about movies just in general because we don't do them anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, who goes to the movies anymore at all?
Well, there's a movie that's coming out
What?
this weekend.
What?
In that, on a day, Artemis.
Okay, all right.
She was like, have you got your tickets yet? I don't
Hot.
know why.
Hot.
And so she's got
Hot.
a movie. It's from the world of John Wick. It's called Ballerina.
Got you.
So that's coming out. That looks
Well, it's
pretty
like
good.
a spin-off?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
wow.
she's a badass
Oh, okay.
and just whoops ass like a John Wick.
Yeah. That's
but
pretty
she's
cool.
a girl
That's pretty cool.
going around whooping ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Lilo and Stitch. I guess that's a blockbuster.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
The new Jurassic World.
I know that it's got
Hell
Scarlett
no.
Johansson in
Hell
it.
no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I'm gonna go see it just because I like summer movies.
Yeah. No, summer. I get you.
According to Rotten Tomatoes, the biggest summer blockbuster.
Let me see if I can guess.
Go ahead.
How to Train a Dragon.
No.
What?
No. Not according to Rotten Tomatoes.
What is it?
E.T. Summer of '82.
Oh God.
No way.
Yeah.
E.T. like E.T. Phone Home.
Yeah.
They're coming out with another one.
No, this is the biggest summer blockbuster of all time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That was
That
big.
I mean, that probably was. Yeah.
Yeah.
When
That-
did that come out?
that
82. Summer of '82.
well, there was like that thing looked like a turd. That thing scared me.
Yeah.
It was just a poop. It was just a
it was
poop.
a poop.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it was with eyeballs, and it was like always wanting to get on the telephone.
It
I
was
wa-
one of Reese's.
I actually watched my favorite summertime movie from when I was a kid. Now and then yesterday.
Okay, what is that?
That's that girl movie coming of age.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah,
Mine is a Sandlot.
it's a banger.
Now and then.
Now and then.
Oh,
It is a banger.
Okay, I'll have
Now
to
and
check
then.
that out.
Yeah, dude.
It's a girl coming of age movie that
Yeah.
you watched yesterday.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Relatable.
Yeah. I'll check that out,
Yeah,
man.
please do.
All right, quick break. We'll be right back.
to the Billy Madison Show.
What's up? Billy Madison Show. $1,000 coming up in about 38 minutes. We will give you a shot at $1,000. You got to listen for the keyword. Yeah. This mom sparks wild debate after complaining about men's bachelor-style behavior. This is why men don't want to get married anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, mom's like leaving dad with the kids for a little bit, right? Dad's like, just being a dad. He's like, all right, we're just going to let loose. We're going to chill.
Yeah.
We're going to let the clothes pile up, the dishes pile up. Right? We're going to eat snacks.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have a great time. You know?
Yeah.
Dad's like, you don't even need sheets on the bed.
No.
Let's go. We're having a great time.
Hell yeah.
Mom gets home and she's just like, what the hell?
Yeah, mom needs to chill.
Oh.
And
That's weird.
and a lot of people were defending the dads.
Okay.
So, because, you know, dads can relate. It's like, hey, when mom's out of the house and they can just chill, relax, eat unhealthy snacks, go a little wild, have a pillow fight, not worry so much, not be so uptight. So the kids are having a great time. You know, it's like, Dad, what are you cooking? He's like, I don't know, whatever Domino's is.
Domino's is pizza.
Yeah. So mom comes home, sees the house a wreck because she left her husband and the kid there.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's no sheets on the bed. The dishes are piled. I mean, it's just a bachelor pad.
Right. It's chaos. Yeah.
And she's all uptight. And instead of her walking in, seeing the humor in it,
Yeah.
going, oh, look at you two. You guys had a good time, I see.
Uh-huh.
Right? No. Sour
Thank
face.
God you're alive.
Yeah.
Grumpy
She
face.
just came off a trip.
Comes
Right.
in all angry. All pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I should get a divorce. Oh, God.
Maybe you should.
That's how aggressive.
That's what they go to.
Yeah.
Why can't you come? And I'm sure she would have loved to have come home to a clean house
Who
and
cares
just
what she wants?
everybody just, you know, bowing to her or whatever she wanted.
Bowing.
Instead,
Acknowledge me.
you know, instead comes home to chaos. You know, and like dad and son are like, well, we're going to clean it up. You surprised us.
Again, she just came back from a trip.
Yeah. And he took care of the kid.
Right.
Kids,
They had some
whatever.
fun.
He kept him alive.
He did.
Kids
like-
are probably happier than they've been in years.
I'm sure the guy does. That's just not his strong suit, is that. But I'm sure there's, things he does really well, like provides or something.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, yeah, not everybody's going to have all of it.
Well, the online parent patrol, that's what
Mhm.
they're known as.
Okay.
They were like, I would divorce him.
I mean, if you're that uptight, go for it.
I
Yeah.
would divorce him.
Do me that favor.
Yeah.
If
That's exactly what you're doing is doing them a favor.
Yeah.
There's snacks.
Like, if
They're
that's what
watching
you want to get
movies.
divorced over, then just go for it.
Yeah.
They were, they got a BB gun, start shooting cans in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can just imagine they're all just sitting there like dad and son.
Right.
The door shuts. Oh,
Right.
It's just this sigh of relief because mom's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Uptight mom.
I don't know how people stay in that, I have no idea. Like, I don't know how people stay in that kind of relationship. Like, they just need to be in a relationship so bad? I mean,
Probably. They're doing the thing where I need to buy a house.
like,
'cause
why do you want to be with somebody that you fear coming home?
society says so?
You're
Oh,
like, oh, God, mom's pulling up. Like, what?
there are lots of people that have that issue, though.
I guess so, yeah. That
There
would
are-
suck, man.
There
That would-
are tons of people. that
Oh,
are-
no, my partner's home. Like, what?
Yeah.
All right.
Chris, you've been there,
Yeah. I have.
right? When you and your sons are getting a little rowdy in the house, maybe she's gone all day,
Yeah.
comes home, and it's just chaos.
Well, when
Uh-huh.
they were real young, she was gone for like 3 days on business.
Okay.
And when she came back to a sea of McDonald's wrappers everywhere.
Mhm.
And it was McDonald's and Fruit Loops for 3
She was
days.
pissed?
Yeah, but she didn't threatened divorce. That
Oh,
came
I got
later.
you. Okay.
That came later. That's
Yeah.
right. You guys
Yeah.
did get her divorced.
We did, but not because of that.
Mm-hmm. Let's not act like a work trip is actually work.
I know. They're never actually
Really working.
work
Yeah.
trips.
No.
You don't go out of town and work.
You work a little bit.
Unless you're like a lineman or something, you know. And there's been some
Yeah.
kind of like, you know,
No,
hurricane
natural
or something.
disaster.
Yeah.
No, this was a conference.
Okay, give me a break.
This employee was slammed for not seeing anything wrong with her crop top that she wore to work.
Gotcha. I mean, you know, that's what you got to push the boundaries. Somebody's got to start it.
And
She's the
so,
first one.
Gen Z and millennial employees are confused about what is considered appropriate and inappropriate at work.
Well, you know, the bank's probably like, hey, this isn't Twin Peaks. You know, we're a bank. So can't do crop top.
Yeah, she
And
decided.
she's like, oh, you guys are just haters.
Oh my gosh, you're just mad. You don't look this good.
How can a job tell you what to wear?
Is this not America?
Right. Dude, I mean, because they completely gave up at school. At least in
That's
the,
what
in
I-
the public school system, they gave up.
That's what I heard. I heard you. There's crop
You
tops.
can wear whatever you want. It's crazy what they wear. Crazy.
jammies,
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Jammies.
Sometimes my kid gets in the truck. I usually pick her up, and I'm like, wow, your mom's a whore. Because her mom's the one that dropped her off. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, your mom's really slutting it up nowadays, huh? Because I can't say that to her,
Right.
so I just call her mom's the name.
I got
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
It's like a healthy way to get your point across.
Right. I think it feels
Passive aggressive,
It
maybe.
still feels unhealthy.
Really?
Yeah. Just a little, a little bit.
I thought it was like, you know, I'm not saying it to her. I'm just calling her mom that.
Because the outfit, they're crazy, right?
They're crazy. They're crazy. Crazy.
It's like basically nothing.
Yeah. And I mean, my kid's not even like, my kid's tame compared to the other ones, but still by me, I'm like, what are you, what?
What is this?
But that's just how public school is, though. It's a free-for-all.
Did you guys see the story about Mike Tyson? I guess
No, I don't think I did.
Mike Tyson's mom had sex with men as he lay sleeping in the bed next to her.
Oh, see, me and Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
One and
You're
the
not
same.
alone.
Yeah. Yep.
This was standard issue single mom stuff.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no big deal. This is what we all went through.
Chris, you didn't have to go through that because your
No.
parents were together.
They were together.
Mhm. Yeah.
That only happens in a single parent household.
Never saw my parents naked.
That's crazy.
Not
Never
once.
saw your dad naked.
Neither of them.
That's how my chick is. My chick is like
Never.
she never heard her parents doing it
Nope.
or nothing.
No. I don't even know how I got here.
Yeah.
Like, I doubt they did it.
Probably not a lot.
Yeah.
They could have been one of those couples that just did it on special occasions and then had a whoopsie.
Or they were just
I
like
was a whoopsie.
there's
They tell me that all the time.
they're the couples that are very like
Discreet.
yeah, they don't want the kid to even have a clue they do it.
She didn't want to be treated like dirt like the
Mhm.
lady earlier this week.
Mm.
She didn't want to be a dirt girl,
Yeah.
right? She was a wife, and you were going to treat her with respect.
Right.
There was no probably filthy talk or canine position.
Yep.
What's up, BMW? Chris was definitely made in missionary,
Sure.
right? And that's
I'll
that's
take
a
it.
sweet thing. What's up, BMW?
They need to bring back the Jinkos. That's what I grew up in.
Yeah, those things were ugly, right?
Parachute pants. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they were hideous.
Mm-hmm.
Big ass Jinko shorts.
I mean, they do.
Yeah,
Some
those
kids do
jeans.
wear them now.
Yeah.
Like Jinko did kind of make a little comeback.
Really?
They did. Well, because the mom jeans, like the big baggy pants, like kind of came back a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but
Um,
not too. Not they didn't catch on too much, I guess.
Yeah.
Our buddy Forrest said that he had a female that tried to do that. She had a son,
Mm-hmm.
and the son was laying there, and then she wanted to get frisky.
Oh yeah, no, it's I remember Nard used to tell us all the time like he was hooking up with chicks that like just had kids and stuff, and didn't that one girl come over and like they did it just right on the couch, and the kid just like never even left the car seat that was like right in front of him or something. I don't know.
Something like that, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, some moms are just like, yeah, they got to get theirs. I think I was looking up the story right now. It's something like his mom was like, I don't know. I think it might have been like a hooker.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
Wasn't even for pleasure.
No.
It was for rent.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was for rent.
Well, I would
I don't know
imagine.
if that's what you do when you're a hooker.
Well, you still have to pay it for rent.
I don't think you do. I don't think you live in places where you
You
pay
don't
rent.
you get a free house with being a hooker?
Yeah, most hookers.
I didn't
are-
know that. They
yeah.
get a free hookers get a free housing?
Yeah, most hookers are hookers because they have a drug addiction.
Oh, so
that's
they live
usually
in a
where
trap
that's
house.
usually where the money goes, is towards the drugs. They're not like investing.
man.
They're not like, hey, I got to stack this bread because I got more apple I need to buy.
I just thought she was, having the sex for the rent and for the
no,
lights
yeah, I don't
and
think they're
stuff.
paying bills with it and stuff.
Well, damn.
Yeah,
You learn something new every day.
yeah.
I thought they had to pay rent, but I didn't know they got free housing.
Like, oh man, I got to set some of this aside for my taxes.
No, I don't think they do that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
just crazy talk.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, but Mike Tyson didn't really even know his dad.
No, really.
That's what it said.
Shocker.
Back then,
Yeah,
it was the honor system.
it was.
So you didn't
DNA wasn't a thing.
you don't even know if that was your dad because it was
There's
the honor system.
Millions and millions that have no idea. They just honor system.
There's so many dads that probably raised kids that weren't theirs.
Oh, I think the number would, shock people.
Disgust.
I mean, because the
people.
number a few years ago was like 30%.
That's right.
Like 30% of dads that think it's their kid and it's not.
One of the sadder stories.
That's a huge number.
There was a man, I think he was maybe late in his 70s,
Uh-huh.
and they did one of those Ancestry.com things. They come
Okay.
to find out that he's like not related to anybody. And he's supposed to be the founding father of the family.
He was allegedly the head of the family.
He
and he's
was
not even a part of the family.
0 for 4 with his wife.
That's crazy.
None of the kids were his, which
That's
meant none of the grandkids
crazy.
were his.
Yeah.
The kids
The whole
had
bloodline was not his.
none, 0.
Nobody. He was like an honorary head of the table.
But she had a thirst for dingy dong. and
That's
so
crazy to have this big ass family, and then you find out none of it.
Tons of grandkids, 4 children,
You have 4 children, and then all those
like
kids have
8
kids, and
or
all
10 grandkids.
Right? Yeah. It's like you have this big. So you wind up at the top of this big ass pyramid, and then one Christmas, everybody's like, "Oh, I got back the ancestry report.
Tell you,
Well,
that's how WWE.
You're
should've
not
done
on
it.
here."
And everybody has his name.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but they're gonna be like, "Well, that's not what matters." And I'm like, I get it, but it still does matter.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
Because that
Especially
man's-
because he was under the impression. It doesn't matter, I guess, if all parties are involved.
I'll tell you why it matters. Because his bloodline will not continue.
Yeah.
When he
Not
dies,
that matters, but
his bloodline dies.
yeah. I mean, luckily, I don't know. I guess if people are still into bloodlines, but I guess they are. They want to trace things back.
Well, that's what they were trying to do with Ancestry.com.
No, that's what it has exposed a lot of families.
It's gonna be funny when people realize those things were not accurate.
It's just funny to me because
Oh,
those
that'd be
things
funny too.
those things were, those companies, those businesses, they were all started because they were like, oh, this is going to be great for families to give them like a sense of,
Yeah.
where they come from, all this stuff.
It'll
and
be
it's like,
great.
oh man, it's just,
bringing people together.
I think every time it's used, there's certain family members that are,
No, that's
destroyed.
the
And
equivalent of
and that is
Ozempic.
100% women's fault.
Yeah, think
'Cause
about that.
They lie.
It's like Ozempic. It's just ruining people.
It is. It really is. And it's all because, ladies are just like, oh, yeah, you're the dad, and you're not.
Yeah, that honor system was
And you had no
hilarious.
idea that she cheated.
None.
That's the problem is you're like, oh, yeah, that's not going to happen to me. My girl didn't cheat on me, and you just have no idea.
Why would you do that?
Yeah. Yep. It sucks, man. I couldn't imagine.
Especially, think about this. All those dudes that would be gone at war
Yeah.
and then come home and then hump their woman.
I think about the dudes that have paid like or they did pay like child support for, 14, 18 years.
Or the guys that went to jail for not paying child support.
Right. And then
the
it's
kid's
like,
not even his.
not even his kid. And there's nothing you could do about it. The courts won't give you any of that money back. And it's just like, oh, that is just, that'll grind your gears.
They've
but,
really exposed infidelity with those, with
did.
Ancestry, and what's the other one?
23andMe.
There
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
And which one? One of those, they're selling them, right?
I think so, yeah.
They
It's going to make
just selling all the data.
$1 trillion on it, yeah. I mean, that company's got to be worth so much. That info, that data, I mean, come on. It's insane.
They were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, China loves it, yeah, for sure.
We'll buy it.
Yeah. It's probably theirs.
Yeah, probably.
What happens when real life couples start filming porn? I guess more and more couples are uploading their intimate moments online to try to raise a buck.
Right. They're like, hey, screw it.
And, it used to be like, we're going to get rich.
Mm-hmm.
And then the realization is that you're probably not going to get rich. Now couples are like, if we can make a couple $100 a month.
Yeah, because everybody's looking for an additional, stream of income. Like everybody's like, okay, I got my main, but like I need a little side hustle.
And so this
is people's side hustle.
This is people's side hustle where they can make a couple $100, $200-$300 extra a month.
And I get it because like Uber and all that stuff is like oversaturated, but so is I think like OnlyFans and stuff. I don't know how much I mean, maybe if your girl looks, a certain way, I guess you might get some
couple $100.
Yeah, you might. I don't know. There's no coming back from that. I don't think.
No doubt, but I just don't think people care.
They don't. They do not care at all. It would bother me, but other people don't even think about it.
This woman, she's like, well, me and my man,
Mm-hmm.
he has a good job, but I want to be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
And so how we've supplemented our income is by making adult videos so that I can stay at home with the kids.
Well, I think it was like last year there was a couple that, they were open. They were like, we want to go on a vacation. So they sold some,
Sold some pornos
They
to
did
get
some
vacation
OnlyFans
money.
for like 6 months. And it was just because they wanted to go on a nice vacation.
Wow.
They were like, oh, we work all the time, but we're just trying to keep up,
This couple,
we never get to go do anything.
This couple was like, we thought we'd never get to live the American dream and have enough money to put down on a house, so we just started doing the porno, and now we're saving up for a down payment on a house.
I honestly, I tip my cap to those couples that are able to do that, and just they don't care about it. It doesn't bother them. They're not like, oh my God, I can't believe we did this. They're like, that was totally worth it.
Yeah.
This couple,
let's
they
go.
I got
wanted
a house.
Let's go to the next vacation.
Yeah.
they wanted the Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but they didn't have the money for the
Switch
2.
2?
And so they
the
decided.
new Switch?
So they,
Shut the hell up.
they're big gamers, and so they thought if they just sell some adult content, they made enough money. They made about $700 after a couple months of doing it.
Oh my God, how amazing. That is amazing. They want a Switch 2?
So you just did all that just for a Switch.
That's, cool.
That
What
comes
are
out tomorrow,
those, like five? I guess they're like $500.
Yeah.
Something like
Oh, they're
that.
not even available yet.
They come
I
out
don't-
tomorrow.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
they
think you
do?
can get 'em.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so maybe they pre-ordered or something. I don't know.
What a dumbass gaming system.
I like the cartoon one. So
I hate
I would
Nintendo,
like it.
though. Yeah, I'm not a Nintendo guy.
Oh, I love it.
Who wants to go Mario Kart?
I don't know. I enjoy it. I'm a dork.
I got
I
it.
still play the
You're a
Wii.
kid. Is what you are.
A woman calls Bonnie Blue gross to her face.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Bonnie Blue says she wants to sleep with 10,000 men now.
Okay.
So I got that. And we got $1,000 in less than 20 minutes. Hang on.
Back to the Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
What's up, Billy Madison Show? Did you see the story about the girl that received like a dessert in the mail with a note?
No.
Ate it and then died?
Yeah, I don't know why you would.
I would never eat anything that
In the mail.
I know, but I guess if it looked yummy enough.
I mean, yeah, I people get food delivered, so.
All the time. I guess there might have been a nice little note in there.
Yeah.
Not thinking anything of it.
I guess, yeah, I'm lying. I probably would have ate it.
17-year-old girl dies after eating cake delivered to her home with a love note.
I mean,
So,
all right.
they're saying the 17-year-old girl was killed and another was left fighting for her life after a teen rival sent them poisoned cupcakes with love notes out of jealousy.
Okay.
Brazilian authorities said the unnamed 17-year-old girl confessed to sending the arsenic-laced treat in an attempt to scare the girl, who died a day after eating the poison pastry. The teenage victim arrived home to find the cake and the handwritten note, which read, "A treat for the most beautiful girl I've ever seen."
Oh, God. Okay, that's a nice message.
So she decided to eat it,
Yeah. Well, you're going to think it's going to be delicious.
and now she's passed away.
Oh, that's sad.
All because this other girl had a little bit of jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
And she bought the arsenic online.
God dang.
I think it was $11.50.
Well, that's crazy. I mean, people have, rivals and, very natural.
Well, so the girl that poisoned that one and killed that one confessed to sending another poison cake and love note to another girl in the middle of May. The first victim almost died but was rushed to the hospital and has since made a full recovery.
Damn, this girl's a hater.
This girl's a killer.
That too, yeah. But, really, she's mad. About what? Being ugly?
She doesn't like any girls that are prettier than her.
Okay. All
Of course
right.
not.
You've heard of that. There's that Bonnie Blue,
Yeah.
and I guess she did. Is this the one? So I guess he didn't record the whole thing in.
The one, video one?
Yeah, because this lady just went in on Bonnie Blue. Maybe I'll let him re-record it in.
Okay.
Because this girl called Bonnie Blue, this is that porn star lady that's going to do 2,000 dudes on June 15th.
Wow.
The day after we have our big benefit Nard Wieners for party.
Yeah.
Money, which is hilarious. She's having her wieners
Wiener
for
party the day after.
the day after we have Nard's
She's having
wiener
a wiener
party.
party on Father's Day?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's funny.
But she's in the UK. I don't know if they recognize Father's Day the same day.
Oh, they don't.
They probably don't.
Gotcha.
Allowing 1,000 to in 12 hours is disgusting.
the more you talk about it, the more it turns me on.
She's like, the more you talk about it, the more it turns me on.
Right.
Now she's going to do 2,000 dudes.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a goal of 10,000 men.
Yeah.
That's her goal. And they asked her a bunch of other questions. I'll have them record the whole thing in, because she just body bags this Bonnie Blue.
All right.
But Bonnie Blue is just like, I don't care.
No,
I don't care.
yeah. Bonnie Blue has to understand, that's going to happen. Yeah, you can't.
Like, yeah, I don't care.
And I really don't think she does.
How hilarious.
She's also rich now, so.
She's going to do 2,000 guys June 15th. And on June 14th, we're having Nard's Wieners for Money party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that is.
How ironic.
It is. It's almost like it was planned.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There's this dead woman, 88, wakes up inside the coffin after coroner's blunder.
It happens.
I don't know. How does that happen? How do you get...
I have no idea.
How
I don't
are
know
you
how
dead?
the body works. I don't know how, I guess you could shut down and it looks like, or it feels like you're dead. Because don't they check for a pulse and stuff?
Well,
I just feel like there's a machine they'd hook you up to. They'd be like, all right, yep, dead.
the elderly woman had appeared unresponsive after her partner could not wake her up one morning. Fearing the worst, he called emergency services, who rushed to help the distressed pensioner, but the coroner soon declared her dead. But funeral workers realized that they were working on the body of a woman that was, in fact, still alive.
Wow. Whoops.
So while she was placed in the coffin, her eyes opened up and noticed, they were like, wait a second, she's breathing.
I would no longer be a coroner. Like, that would, oh, my God. That had to be the scariest thing ever. Like, somebody's just in the casket. They open their eyes like The Undertaker.
This is what I think.
That, dog.
I think that.
Yeah, hell no.
Because you think about this. The coroner was rushing to get this bitch in the coffin.
Yeah.
I think the coroner's like, all right, this is a money opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to get her in that coffin before she wakes up.
I mean, yeah.
Because they suspect, they're like, how do you miss this? And you got to wonder. It's like, because this coroner's going to get paid some money.
Right. But I just wonder if it's I guess maybe it is the coroner's. I feel like it's whoever declared her dead. And I feel like that's like, if people show up, like that's the EMTs or something, right? Like that's.
Yeah, if she's pronounced, then.
I don't know. But maybe the coroner, because they have to confirm, I guess. I don't know.
Walt Disneyland brawl erupts over line cutting.
It's crazy, the fight videos that come out from Disney.
There's been a lot more.
It's just crazy, the fight videos that come out from amusement parks in general, or water parks, or any place where it's like about kids. I've seen so many fights at the trampoline parks.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, those are like, you almost go there to fight.
And in this fight, one parent was holding their baby while they were fighting.
That's another crazy scene. But again, these are places that are for children.
Yeah, this looks like it's Disneyland, either Japan or Hong Kong.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you definitely don't. I thought that was strictly
Shanghai.
an American
No,
thing.
this is Disneyland in Shanghai.
That's shocking. I thought that was, we only did that kind of stuff in America.
Well, some of our movies are leaking into China, so they're probably watching how we behave.
Oh, okay.
So
Did they change the end of Fight Club?
They've changed. I believe they've changed so many movies.
They're just like, no, that's not how it really happened.
Yeah, right.
He followed the rules.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, yeah, right. He was arrested. That's what it was. Yeah, he was arrested, and all parties were sent to jail or something like that. I think is like what it said in China. Instead of all the credit card companies, like, getting blown up. China was like, nah,
that's not.
No, these people were arrested and found out right away.
I mean, that kind of ruins the movie.
It does.
Definitely,
Yes.
It definitely ruins the movie, but very funny for China. Just I see the humor in it.
Yeah.
A dad unlocks dead son's phone and finds mocking video left by the killer.
Oh.
So the killer filmed a video with the son's phone.
Wow.
Left it in there, and when dad unlocked it, he found it.
Yeah, that's really sad
That's
for
horrible.
dad. Yeah.
And Japanese couple fights burglars with bug spray.
Okay.
Golf club as they smash getaway car.
I mean, whatever you got to use to, defend yourself.
Bug spray to the face would be awful. Man, that would hurt.
I mean, would it hurt? I guess. I don't know.
I feel like it would.
Yeah. You're a big bug spray guy, so is it? I guess it's just poison.
It just
right?
it's just poisonous.
Right to the face.
Pesticides.
Yeah. All right.
All right, we're going to talk Dr. J.
Okay.
Let's talk some boobies, talk some butts, and anything that you think you might want to get done. 1-855-FU-BILLY. Plus, we got $1,000 in 4 minutes. Hang on.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show.
I'm too sexy for my love. Too sexy for my love. Love's going to leave me.
Now, you still have time to secure that $1,000.
You do.
Yep.
With
Facts.
our keyword. But if you don't, let's say you don't win, you have another shot in 2 hours.
Okay.
So we're going to hook you up. Don't forget, next week, we're going to have Metallica tickets.
That's
Thank you, Chris.
That was Joe. I got to give that to
Okay,
Joe.
all right. Give that one to Joe.
Yeah.
Badass.
Maybe
Metallica
Torian
tickets
Promotions, yeah.
next week.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's going to be huge.
I would say so, yeah. Metallica tickets, yeah, usually mean huge.
Yeah.
Speaking of huge, you see the rare 19th century condom
What?
with erotic etching
Wow.
that went on display at a Dutch museum? I want to show you this thing. I mean, it's
Innovative.
this is from
19th century is crazy.
This is 1830.
Right.
1830, and they used to etch like dirty stuff on the condoms. But it was the size of the condom that was impressive.
That's a huge condom.
And it looks like did they do circumcisions back then? You know, a good person to ask would be Dr. Genevieve.
I mean, they did circumcisions in the Bible.
How long have they been doing circumcisions?
2,000
I
years.
think that's been, thousands of years probably at this point. But they really didn't care about it as much back then. I guess it wasn't much.
So,
right?
so they would take off that extra skin.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we're talking, so that had to hurt because they didn't have any sort of pain meds back then, right?
You're right. They just had wine.
They didn't even have whiskey.
Wine and a stick. You bit down.
Well, Nard was
Bit
telling
down
me
on
yesterday, Doc, because Nard's still in the hospital.
He is.
And
Okay.
Crazy.
I know. They took out his gallbladder, and now he's got
Finally.
this bag. So they put this draining bag like they would a tummy tuck, right? So they put this draining
Yeah.
bag that's hanging out outside of his body that's filling up with all this yucky stuff. And
Yeah.
All this
gosh.
yucky stuff.
yeah, it's so gross.
All this yucky stuff.
So all this yucky stuff is coming out of his nasty body, and they say he's gonna have it
It's like you're talking to a 5-year-old.
2 to 4 weeks.
Well, Nard got to it kind of late, unfortunately, but he's getting better, right?
I mean,
I have no idea.
We
It
don't
doesn't feel
know.
like it.
I was asking you. So if he gets this bag, does that mean he's getting better?
I mean, he's on the road to recovery, but it's still going to be long term, man. And he can't eat what he wants to eat anymore. They took his gallbladder out.
Yeah, he can't.
So
Yeah, sucks
carrot
to
sticks,
suck.
Carrot sticks, man.
Carrot sticks. That's
Yeah.
all he's gonna be able to chomp
Yep.
on.
It's too bad for him, man, because I know he likes his food.
Oh, he does. Is he gonna get fat again?
I mean, depends on why he got fat. I mean, was he just eating in the morning, like really
Monsters.
badly?
He
or during
would
the
kill
day?
about 15 monsters a
And
day.
about
yeah.
14 Little Debbie snack cakes.
Yeah, all he ate was zebra cakes and monsters.
That sounds perfect.
So lots
diet.
of sugar.
So this bag thing, is this gonna just drain the stuff? Eventually, is all the stuff gonna be out of his body that's gross, or is he gonna continue to be getting all this yucky stuff, producing it?
I hope that for him that they remove this. It's probably either around the gallbladder where they took it out, the little area that's left over, or it's in one of his ducts. Anyway, it takes a little bit of time, but if he just follows directions and they do good medical care, he should recover 100%. But
Okay, good.
He'll have a lot of diarrhea if he eats bad food. That's what
Oh,
happens when you get your gallbladder out.
oh, that's disgusting. Now
So
you
no
just
more
made
fried-
Nard sound gross.
Yeah.
No more fried.
Gross.
That's
chicken
just
or
reality.
more.
Yeah, no more fried foods, nothing.
Nope.
Oh, what? You just
Yeah.
made him vile.
I'm texting him right now saying it's over.
It's over. Doc,
That's a wrap.
he was
Eat it. Nard can't eat.
no, he's been in the hospital since April,
April.
and
Yeah.
yesterday he was telling me, he's like, man, I hate my neighbors.
Yeah. He's been in there so long, he's calling them neighbors. It's so funny to me. My neighbors.
Gosh.
There was some old lady that he was upset at because she was keeping him up all night because she was like saying, help me, help me, help me.
Right. Being in the hospital just isn't fun.
Then there was another man just throwing stuff all the way around. Well, Doc, let's talk boobies. Let's talk butts. Let's talk anything that you want to talk.
I mean, it's summertime. This
What
is time
are
where
we
you want
doing?
to shine, yeah.
We want some lipo. We want some abs. Make us hot.
Well, I just recorded a video with a patient with her permission and posted it, and I'm going to send it to Twitter. She was my patient 17 years ago and got adjustable implants.
Yeah.
And now she's coming up for an upgrade after 17 years, man.
All right. Okay, so you had the adjustable implants. Now she's going in for the upgrade. What implants are you going to put in now? What are these dandy things that you're going to put in there?
No, she's going to go from ultra high profile. Adjustable saline.
Okay.
Nothing's really wrong with them. One of them is a little tighter than the other, but after 17 years, my goodness. And then, her chest feels a little tighter on one side. And I said, okay, well, let's just take these out and put gels in, like the gummy bear implants, tighten the pocket a little bit, and then do a small lift. And we do that a lot, like remove, replace, lift, tighten the pocket. So the implants go, yeah.
Wow.
17 years, man.
17 years. Now she's getting another knocker upgrade. That is awesome.
That is amazing.
Just in time for summer.
That's what,
get those things
dreams
on a boat.
are made of.
Well, I've seen the American flag out a lot more, which means that, I don't know if you noticed, Doc, but I guess flashing is back. Women are back to flashing their boobs, not for protest, but for fun.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
They were doing it for protest there for a while. You're right.
Yes, but this is for the American flag.
I like how you're distinguishing.
4th of July.
Instead of for protest, it's now for fun.
I've been seeing a lot of that lately.
Yeah.
So
those are facts, too.
That should bring a lot of business to you. America.
I love it.
I love that.
I was at Target the other day, and it was all American flag stuff, and then there was a couple flashing videos and a couple of things on there saying that on X that flashing's back.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see the flashing's back, yeah.
And so I was like, man, the American flag, 4th of July, flashing's back.
Yeah. That's
America.
amazing. That's amazing.
Don't forget, the TV show is filming next Tuesday and Wednesday.
I know.
I may come up one of those days.
You should.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
You should.
Yeah, they want to. They're gonna get all of Derek and Billy and hopefully Nard. Maybe we don't.
Not a chance. This guy's so unhealthy.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
I just don't know if he's ever gonna get out.
Yeah, they're saying 2 to 4 weeks he's gonna have this bag.
God dang.
And they don't know if they're gonna keep him in there because he got surgery done yesterday and his bag filled up within like 30 minutes.
My goodness, man.
That's how nasty
crazy.
he is. I mean, how sick he is.
Well,
so nasty.
I'm sorry for Nard, but man, he's going to change his diet. He's going to become a new man.
He is. He's going to be a brand new man.
He just needs another shot.
People are accusing him of he's going to come out a brand new woman as long as he's been in the hospital.
I mean, I don't even think they go in this long.
No.
They would be out well before this.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
It's terrible for him, but
hang on.
Well,
Dan's got a question for you, Doc. Let's go to Dan.
All
Dan,
right.
you got a question for Dr. J?
Yeah. So my ex-mother-in-law was thinking about getting some liposuction done. So she was wanting to do it through one of these outpatient companies that she sees on TV. I don't know how good those places are.
I can't really comment 100%, but I will tell you that
like in comparison to what you do, I guess.
Well, when you come see like a private practice like ours, you'll see the doctor ahead of time. Sometimes on some of those, you don't see the doctor to the day of surgery, and somebody else does the quotes. Whereas with us, the doctor sees the patient and then does the surgery, weeks later.
Yeah, and think about it. It's got to be, you can go get food, fast food, where you're just kind of going through, or you can go to Dr. J where you're going to get VIP treatment.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
what's the difference?
I can't say that the other place isn't VIP, but I will tell you that after 23 years, I think we've got this place pretty much down on how to, make people comfortable, safety, talking to a board-certified plastic surgeon.
Double board-certified plastic surgeon.
Well, we'll see, man. I mean, be good. Be be thoughtful about what your ex-mother-in-law, and you're still friends with her, which is awesome. So we congratulate that on an ex-mother-in-law helping her out. But tell her
well, let's find. Are you hooking up with her, Dan?
No.
Okay, Dan, come on, you silly boy. Are you? Huh?
Silly boy.
We're just better friends than I am with my ex-wife. So.
No funny business going on. No handies. No dandy handies.
She wants me to help her finance it, but I don't know if I want to.
Oh, that's why.
Wow.
Not unless you're getting sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, not unless you're getting that mother-in-law special.
Nah, because she knows my credit's better than hers. So
yeah, don't do that. She's an ex.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
I didn't know what
that's
I didn't know
goofy.
what these places were all about. That's why I had that question.
No, it's a great question. It's one of the best we've had. There is a difference between high volume places and remember, some of these others may be awake.
I got a better idea. All right, Dan, you don't have to use your credit at all. You just tell your mother-in-law you're friends with Dr. J. Tell him Billy sent you, and then it doesn't matter how bad her credit is.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's not on your name at all. You still look like a hero, but it's all in her. All the risk is to her, and then Freddie will get you guys financed. It'll be perfect.
Yep.
Freddie's the best.
Freddie Finance, my finance guru.
That's
Freddie.
what you do.
He'll
And you're
take
like,
care
no.
of it. Yep.
Don't go to one of these. Go to Dr. J.
I love the TikToks with Freddie, by the way. They're so funny.
They're funny, right? They're funny. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I'll tell her to check it out.
Good question.
Yeah, check that out first, Dan, before you're putting your name down on something. Otherwise, you're going to end up paying for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're getting cheeks. Is she bleeping bleeps?
No.
Is she Dingling Dan or anything?
Is she
Nothing?
Dingling Dan?
Nah, nothing like
Is she
that.
Dingling Dan?
I mean, you got to get some out of that, Dan.
That's wild. It's a wild thing to say.
What?
She Dingling Dan.
I mean, she's still hanging out with him.
Yeah.
Still keeping him contact.
No, it's true.
Trying to use him for some credit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's a reason why her credit sucks.
Yeah,
She's going to bring you down there, too. She's not going to pay it. Are you kidding me? Sucker.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. J.
Man.
Can you do, let's say somebody wants, because obviously, you know how thong bikinis and G-strings and stuff are like, that's all that women are wearing now. One of the big concerns is they don't want to have, all dented up ass. So what is the procedure for that? For a woman that wants to wear a thong?
We can actually do a bunch of things. We can do stuff on the skin, like Morpheus 8 or CO2 resurfacing, the small cellulite. The deeper ones, we can use a Vaser.
So the same thing you use on my face, you use on ass?
Yes.
It's skin?
Yeah, that's cool.
Skin. It's skin.
Yeah.
It's great. And I mean, you have to do it. You have to do a bunch of things. You have to get the deep sort of craters, and then you have to get the fine cellulite. But it's never going to be 100%.
Can you get cellulite on your face?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, wrinkles maybe, but not cellulite. No, that's a good question. Nobody ever said. I never really thought about it.
Yeah, neither did I till right now when I was like, hey, they use the same machine for my face.
Yeah.
So maybe Doc is like, you got cellulite.
No.
Right. Yeah. We can do a lot, but just remember, it's going to be over time, and maybe 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6 treatments.
Gotcha.
For some cellulite.
It'll look
not
nice.
just once.
It'll look nice.
Oh yeah. We'll make everything look a little bit better each time.
Can you take your butt cheeks to the spa and they can obviously laser, and then are there different products they could put on their butt to make it smooth and all that kind of stuff? What about hair? You do the hair removal as well? Not that women have a lot of butt hair, but
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we can make everything a little better each time. I mean, but you have to like really understand that it takes time because it took 20 to 50 to 60 years to get to where it was. It's not going to be one treatment.
Gotcha.
So
That's
you
good
have
to
to
know.
be ready for multiple. Yeah. It can't be like one and done unless you're like 18 and get breast implants, right? And you have no kids, your chest is flat.
I saw some girl who was about 21 years old that got a facelift. was gonna send
That
you
is
the
so
article.
young.
Yeah, she got a
That's
facelift
insane.
at 21 years old. Yeah, no, it is insane. But you got a TV show that you're filming next week. I hope you drop by with your TV crew. That would be awesome.
Hell yeah. Congratulations.
I'll let you know the times, guys. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, for sure. It's Dr. Genevieve, plasticsurgery.com, spablack.com. He's the best. All right. Let me see what is coming up on the program. Let's see what I threw in there. Oh, this is kind of interesting. This dude was in the shock of his life after he found, like, the cops were there, and his girlfriend was getting her cheeks clapped by somebody else at the pool at the apartment complex. Have you ever been cheated on while living at an apartment complex? We'll get to it next.
back to the Billy Madison Show.
What's up? Billy Madison Show. Let's see what's coming up. Oh, this is kind of interesting. So, a woman's sex drive is determined by how well a man treats her. Do you agree with that?
Probably.
Now,
Actually, yes. Yes, I do.
A woman's sex drive is determined by how well a man treats her outside the bedroom.
Yeah. Makes sense. Adds up.
I wonder if that is accurate.
I
got a woman
100%.
that attacked dad bods and said you're just fatties.
Facts.
They asked some women. This cracked me up.
So rude.
They asked women, they're like, hey, would you rather have a high-profile job with no pay or clean sewers for $100,000 a year? And their response is hilarious.
All right.
So I got that. I got a cheating wife lit her husband on fire.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wait, cheating wife?
Yeah, well, they
Like
get mad when they get caught.
Husband on fire? She was the cheat.
Yeah.
I know,
they don't
Derek,
take the L.
but he should not have caught her.
It's
Then
just
he would
set
still
on
be alive.
Fire.
I know, but if he would have just not caught her, he'd still be
He wanna
alive.
Mind his own business.
Yeah, mind your business.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you know better than
To
that.
set somebody on fire is just wild.
If you catch your woman cheating, because I got some more audio. I got audio later on.
Yeah.
This dude had a seizure. So this guy had a full-on seizure, right? He'd been dating this woman about 3 months. I think they were even like staying together.
Yeah.
Dating her for 3 months. He has a seizure. He ends up in the hospital. His girlfriend, she goes back home. She gets pounded out by some other dude. He gets released. He gets released from the hospital. He shows back up and he opens the door and she's in the middle of getting pounded out and he's just like, "What the hell? I just had a seizure."
Yeah. Well, she's like, all right.
She didn't take that opportunity to want to care for him. She's like, "Oh, great. He's not going to be home.
No.
Let me go get some."
That's how she thought about it?
Let me get humped.
Yeah.
Dude had a seizure. She probably got the ick.
Yeah.
It's like the way his arms are going around and his eyes, I just got the ick.
Uh-huh.
And the only way to get rid of the ick is to, have sex with somebody else.
It's
the only way.
That's pretty wild.
It is wild.
Mm-hmm. To have a seizure, you get out of the hospital, you come home, and then your chick's just
getting humped.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's
Pretty
really tough.
crazy.
People do some dirty stuff, though, man.
Now, old fart Nard is lying up in the hospital.
He is. Nana Nard.
So he's all in the hospital.
He doesn't have a girl, though.
And, there's some rumors that maybe Street Ozempic sent him there. We don't know.
We don't know.
Maybe bad genetics.
That was our speculation, but to be fair, yeah, we don't
know.
Yeah.
He's kind of a sneaky guy.
He is. Like, I know that he's lying about where he got his Ozempic from for sure.
So this woman took Ozempic,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently there's some side effects.
Okay.
Like lots of side effects, including a wife's sex confession that should be grounds for divorce. So I got that. I got a woman that wants to humble men. I didn't get to that yesterday.
No,
This young couple, it's weird to hear, but young couples, you know how young couples before they would just be exclusive, monogamous,
right,
and not see anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this young couple says the way that young people are doing it now is, they're together, and they're together for everything that they do, but they're participating in threesomes and orgies and all this other stuff.
Damn.
Yeah, because they want to have all this fun and stuff before they get married.
They want to have all these experiences.
But they're always together when they do it.
Right.
So I have that.
Okay.
Danny DeVito. I don't know if you know who he is, but he played the Penguin in the Batman movies. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
original
yeah.
Batman
Yeah.
movies from the 80s and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in lots of movies.
He has. I mean, he's a big star.
It's Always Sunny.
Jersey Mike's.
Oh, Jersey
Yeah,
Mike's.
that's where you would
yeah.
know him from. He's the little guy from Jersey Mike's.
Of course, I know him from Jersey Mike's.
That's fat.
That's fat.
I love Jersey Mike's.
They're good.
Extra
And
juice.
He's getting heat because he said he lusted after Catwoman.
Okay.
Oh, who cares?
But didn't everybody lust after her?
Wasn't that the point of Catwoman?
That's what I thought.
Or was it to be like, wow, she got badass nails?
She's a real good actress.
The point was for her to be,
a sex symbol.
Yes.
And now everybody's like, oh, the way he talked about her, that he lusted after her.
It's just because he's short and fat.
Yeah.
And old.
And yeah, people don't like that. Like, you can lust as long as you're not disgusting. If you're a short, fat guy or whatever, or fat in general, and you lust, man, you better watch out. They're coming for you.
So I got that.
How dare you?
Let me
Like, what?
Yeah, I got the audio that I guess has got him in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, I put it up there. It's row 3.
All right. So, Florida man was in shock after police informed him that his girlfriend was getting her cheeks clapped at the pool.
That's crazy.
Because imagine you show up, you're at the apartment complex, and you're like, hey, why is my girl getting arrested? And the cop's like, hey, I caught her. And that's why I asked if anybody else lived at an apartment complex and it led to you getting cheated on.
I mean, you think she's getting arrested maybe for some, I don't know, she was drunk or so, whatever, but no, she was caught having sex at the pool.
Caught having sex.
It's like, wait a minute, that's my girlfriend.
I think here's the audio. I got to hit a couple buttons so I can get this played.
They're over here in the pool in front of kids. I got pictures of them.
Oh, my God.
Man. And the boyfriend's just like, damn.
Damn, bro. Oh, I mean,
Damn.
That sucks.
But apartment complexes, they can be wild.
They can.
Wild places.
Especially because some of them are like, they definitely lean way younger. It's like, it's clearly this is, college age or whatever kids.
And
that
guess
are living
what?
Here.
Those people have their own places. You know what I mean? You can move around a lot in an apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
You can sneak away into their apartment.
So that's a wrap, man. All right? And then I'm here to do a legitimate investigation about that, and then she wants to just do what she wants to do. That's not how it works. It's a wrap, okay? Man. I'm a really nice guy, and I can do things.
So, and the boyfriend's like, well, I guess that's a wrap.
Yep.
Guess this is over.
Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and get her stuff out of here.
Easy, but if you won't talk to me at least. Yeah, I understand. I mean, there's little kids. That's not cool, man. I mean, was there anybody else in the pool? Just kids and just kids? Kids? I got several witnesses.
Several witnesses that she was cheating on her boyfriend at the apartment pool.
Being arrested for it. I mean, obviously not arrested for cheating, but being arrested for, doing it in public.
Living as a couple in an apartment is a little bit risky.
I suppose it can be.
I know any neighborhood could be risky, but
right.
there's just so
Neighbors
many people.
Doing people all the time.
And there's the pool.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know if anybody got cheated on while living at an apartment. Let me go to Leon first. I hope the phones don't suck all summer. That's what I hope. Yesterday, I was just walking around the house, slippers on, just going, I hope the phones don't suck. I hope they don't suck all summer.
It's a good little ditty.
Yeah. I just don't want them to suck all summer.
Right.
What's up, Leon?
Yeah, well, my sort of ex, and I say that because we're trying to work things out for my 5-year-old son.
Okay.
She didn't get arrested, but man, we got kicked out of our apartment because she was caught having sex in the pool.
Damn, that's what they say, the pool. There's like all sorts of sex. In the gym, if there's a workout area, that workout bathroom can be nasty. So she's getting her cheeks clapped at the pool, and you guys got kicked out. The cops didn't show up, though. Nobody got arrested.
No, nobody got arrested, but they came to me first, and basically the cops had it all on video. And
the cops had it on video?
Well, somebody gave it to the cops. I don't know who recorded, but they had it all on video. And basically it was my girlfriend, my ex, baby mama, whatever you want to call her, having sex in the pool with 2 guys.
Damn. So she's in the apartment pool having sex with two guys. I wonder why she wouldn't get arrested. Maybe if there weren't kids around or something.
Is she good looking?
I don't know why.
Chris has a great question. Is she attractive? Well, obviously, if two men wanted to hump her.
Yeah, well,
that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Okay, I guess not. So I guess she could be ugly. So is she attractive, sir? That was Chris's question.
Yeah, no, she's hot for sure. She's hot.
That's why she's not arrested.
All right, so you have a child with this woman that was caught in your apartment complex's pool having sex. They caught it on video, and then they confront you because they thought, why wouldn't they confront her?
Well, first they came to me because they thought that, I was on the video, and I was like, no, that's not me.
Wow.
Yeah. And, like, I don't know, man. My kid was, like, the kid was in the house while all this was going on. I was working. I picked up some extra shifts, to try to make some extra money. And then I get home, and this is basically what I come home to, man. It's crazy.
So your apartment complex kicks you guys out because she was caught having sex in the pool with two dudes. And they assumed that one of the guys was you.
Basically.
And then you had to tell them that wasn't you.
Yeah. She was having sex with one of the neighbors in the apartment complex.
Oh, God.
Like it's just insane. And you always hear about these situations and these scenarios. That's why this is a little difficult for me, because I really never thought that like I would be in this situation. We're trying.
Okay, so she had, let me get this straight, just so it's clear.
Yeah.
She was having sex, messing around at the apartment complex pool with two dudes, and maybe the reason that she didn't get arrested is because they couldn't confirm that she was having sex.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess they kind of have to have witnesses, maybe.
Right. It could allude to it. Yes, there's some things on camera that were caught, but your son was inside the apartment sleeping?
Yeah, he was in the apartment sleeping.
And then this was later at night.
Yeah, it was in the evening.
Okay. And then she's out there with a dude that lived at the apartment complex and maybe one of his homies or something. And so she's getting, done dirty, extra dirty.
Extra dirty. Not just one guy, two.
Two guys.
That's crazy.
Having a little fun at the pool while you're
getting cheated on is wild. Getting cheated on when it's like a
train.
Couple of guys. Yeah, that's crazy.
So she's
in
getting
public at the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and it's tough. So it's just we get kicked out of the complex. She's living with her mom now. I'm living with mine, and of course. It's just a difficult situation where we're not together, but we are together. We're kind of still hooking up. But the real reason that I'm having such difficulty with this is because of my son.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I just need some advice in this situation because, like I said, I never thought I'd be in this position where you're like, oh, screw her, I don't want to be with her. Well, I would never be. But now, I'm thinking about my family. I'm thinking about my son. Is this?
Here's what you got to do. All right, just block your kid out of your mind, and I want you to. All right, hold on. Let me play it. Ready?
Yep.
We're gonna find. All right, I want you to block your kid out of your mind, okay, sir? And I want you to imagine those two dudes clapping her cheeks at the pool, right together. Maybe throwing the hands up, little Eiffel Tower action. Maybe a high five in there, right?
Yeah.
Maybe one slapping her butt. Maybe the other one's pulling her hair. You don't know. You weren't. I mean, maybe you do know. You saw the video. I don't know what's in the video. So,
dude, you're brutal.
Don't think of your son.
No.
Think of that. All right, because you weren't there, right? You were at work making money.
Don't
Imagine
think of that. Think of your son.
Police dog position.
That is tough.
Man on the back.
Yeah.
Man on the front.
Oh, man.
Right? And see, you're not even thinking about your son anymore, right?
No, now I'm just... I'm angry, but I'm kind of getting horny at the same time, too.
Oh man.
I don't know what should he do. 1-855 FU Billy. I'm curious. What do you do in that situation? I know you got a 5-year-old son. And you got another 13 years of child support possibly.
Yeah.
It sounds like you guys are still humping, so you got that going for you. Sounds like she wants to stay with you. Maybe it was just a whoopsie.
I mean, that would be impressive if he pulls off to stay with her.
Oh, he will.
After a two guys, I mean, what?
I feel like I'm in a is it cheaper to keep her situation.
Was it in the shallow end
Child
or the
support
deep?
sucks. Don't get me wrong.
Didn't know how rowdy it was getting. Child support does suck.
It
but
does, man. It does. There's just no. I can't, make it sound good in any way or like it's not that bad. It sucks, but man, I would imagine staying with a girl that hooked up with 2 guys at the same time when
at
she
the
cheated on
pool,
you
and there's
is-
video. You're already
I'd rather
kicked
pay
out of
child support, I
you're
think.
kicked out of your apartment complex, sir.
How much is that worth a month?
Well, right now you guys are trying to work it out, so doesn't sound like there's any child support.
I mean, what a time to be alive, to work out after that. That would be crazy.
What's up, fat man?
Hey, what's up, Billy?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, look, I'm going to tell you like this, bro. If that dude likes for 2 other men to be with his girl, then obviously he's a cuck. No questions about that.
Right, but he has a kid though, so that you gotta remember that. He's got that. He's got child support. He's got this money, this financial obligation dangling over his head.
And again, let's not forget, a cuck is somebody
Look,
that likes
I'm on child support too. And I left my ex because she cheated. I don't give a damn. Child support's not gonna stop. So whether you stay with her or you don't, child support's gonna keep going, brother.
Okay. I mean, Fat Man says you got to leave her. Let's go to Marcus. What's up, Marcus?
Hey, what's going on, Billy?
What's up, buddy?
Derek, what's going on? Hey, man.
Hey,
if this dude's still listening, hey, he needs to run. I understand you got a family. I understand you got kids. You got child support. But is that the image you want to see every time you're with this? You're going to have 2 dudes? Eiffel Towering?
Remember with hands clapping, sir, Leon? Remember? Slap hands, maybe a high five in there.
That's right.
Yeah. Is that what he wants to go through? Every time he's with her, he's gonna imagine.
Yeah.
2 guys just, Eiffel Towering her, clapping hands. Who knows what they were probably throwing up? Who knows what they were throwing up?
Don't know. You don't know. They could have had a drink on her
And
head
then
too.
who knows what if
at the
every time
pool.
she's with him, she's thinking of those 2 dudes.
When she's like, I just wish there was one more.
Hey, here's the thing. Let me ask him a question. Is he married to her? Is that his wife or is that just his girlfriend?
Yeah. Are you married?
No, it's a baby mama situation.
Okay.
Baby mama,
all right, then
gotcha.
just a baby mama.
That's it.
Let's go to Shay. What's up, Shay? What do you got to say?
Not only was it 2 dudes, he won't have to pay child support because it was adultery.
Oh, I don't know if that's true.
Well, I mean, you kind of have the upper hand. You were thrown out of your. You do look like the better parent. Because imagine that, Leon, if you were in the pool with 2 dudes, they probably, you know what I mean? They had that on video.
And if it was 1, I'd consider staying. But if it's 2, come on.
Okay, Shay's saying that it's just 1 too many.
Just
Yeah,
one.
pretty
Just
much.
one.
Yeah,
too-
that's
yeah.
all she's saying.
Is
If it
one
was
too
1,
many?
it's like whatever, just stay with her. But
Right.
2, you can't stay. All right, hang on, Leon. A lot of people want to help you out, buddy. 1-855 FU Billy. Hang on.
to the Billy Madison Show. Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
Let's take some calls from the request line.
Yeah, Billy Madison Show. We're talking to Leon. I played some audio because I guess if you live in an apartment, you run a greater risk of being cheated on. As this man found out.
They're over here in the pool in front of kids. I got pictures of them.
All right, so this dude's girlfriend got caught having sex at the pool in front of kids. Leon, you're saying that you've been kicked out of an apartment because your girl was caught having sex with two dudes.
Yeah.
A couple single ladies were just posting saying that girl's Grady. Share, girl. She's got too many. They can't find one.
Girls are funny.
And
I never thought I would say that, but they're becoming super funny.
He's thinking about staying with her. Let me go to
this guy's a Zoomer. Must be a young man.
What's up, Alfred? What do you think?
Hey, bro, if your thing is that you don't want to pay child support, when you're at the custody hearing, just show them the video of her with the two guys. You're going to win custody, and she'll pay you child support.
You could.
I mean, you could.
She was doing two guys, one pool.
One thing that I've learned over the years, though, about the court system is that I just don't think it works how some people think it does.
And what if you get a judge that thinks that that's cool?
Yeah. And some of the judges are not gonna. They're not even gonna let you bring it up.
Yeah, they might not.
Like that's not a guaranteed thing. I understand that, but I'm just saying that's how court works.
I mean, the only thing that kind of she was cheating. And the kid was no. Can I ask Leon?
And who wants full custody?
Where? So the apartment complex.
I want that money, Derek.
Was she far away, Leon, from where your apartment was? Or did you have a pool view? You had a pool view?
We have a pool view, yes, sir.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so you had a pool view so she could see. She wasn't that far from your kid.
She was not far from the kid, but, you know, I feel like with all these court situations, they always side with the women anyway.
I mean, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we have the queen on who does uncontested.com, but you guys aren't married. But you could still probably use her as far as a custody agreement if you decide not to stay with her.
Right, yeah. I mean, the queen does. I mean, she does stuff like, you know, divorce is where it's at.
What's up, Misty? Hello, Misty. Howdy, Misty.
This is Miss C.
Yeah, Miss C.
Miss C?
Hey,
Hi, what you got?
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you doing, Misty?
Oh, I'm good. Hey, you know, I had a brother with the same situation. Not only did he get custody of his two, he got custody of the one that wasn't even his.
Oh, wow.
So
why would you want that?
Now, could you tell us, Misty, what was his girl doing as far as the cheating goes?
He caught her on video beating herself up and told the police that he beat her, and he caught her cheating several times. So
she beat herself up like Jim Carrey and Liar Liar in that bathroom. She kicked her own ass.
It happens. It does happen.
And then she tried to lie and say that her man did it, but it was caught on video that she was beating herself up.
Yes, absolutely.
It's fantastic.
Nutty tutu.
It sounds ridiculous.
Yeah. And then he also caught her cheating. Was that on video or no?
No, it wasn't on video. This was like in the 90s before cell phones.
Gotcha.
Oh, I gotcha.
But, yeah, I mean, it is possible to get custody.
I mean, that was in the 90s.
A man getting custody in the 90s is wild.
That is wild. We're talking 2025. You got a shot, sir. Thank you, Misty. Let's go to Josh. Hello, Josh.
Hey, so how old is the kid? You don't mind me asking.
What'd you say, Leon? Your kid's what, 5?
5 years old, correct.
And so she left him in the house alone.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can just tell the court system that she was negligent to your child. I mean, honestly, man, you got with the video proof. If you can get the video proof from the cops, you got tons of evidence just right there alone saying she was negligent.
I mean, you definitely have a
and
case. That's for
her being her mother, her duties should
her duty was to that booty.
But I'm going to give you the best piece of advice I could possibly give you, man. Once a cheater, always a cheater, man. I'm a vet, and I've talked to tons of guys. I'm also part of the Axe Brothers, and I've listened to tons of stories from men that have had spouses or cheat on them and absolutely destroyed their lives 100% completely. I would keep that in your back pocket and not really have to say anything to your girlfriend about it. I wouldn't even bring it up, but have it in your back pocket. That way, if she ever tries to come at you saying you owe child support, no, and then you just take it to court. You don't even have to say anything to her about it. I would never.
Well, he's still having sex with her.
Just good, solid advice, though, from Josh.
If you want to keep having sex with your girlfriend, because I don't know, most commonly men would say, well, the sex is good. She's hot. The sex is great. She's hot. It's great, but there's no other qualities that she's bringing to the table.
Nothing.
I'm married with 5 children, and we've had ups and downs. We've had fights, but at the end of the day, I love my wife. She loves me. I love my children. I could never separate myself from them. So if you love your child, which I'm sure you do, that child is much more important than, anything between you and your girlfriend. And if she is not viewing it the same way, she's not worth it because she doesn't give a crap about your kid. She should have.
That's right.
Your kid is 100%. Like, especially for women, man. Women that are great mothers, they put everything into that child. And honestly, you kind of get pushed out of the way sometimes because. Yeah.
These hoes ain't loyal.
So you need to view it like that. I'm going to tell you what you don't want to hear, and this is what you don't want to hear. Okay? She doesn't care about you.
No, it doesn't sound like she cares about him, right? If she's getting
it would be
cheeks
hard for her to
clapped.
make a case that she does.
Well, thank you for your service, sir. Let's go to Patty. What's up, Patty?
Hello, Billy. I think step one should be a DNA test to make sure that that's his boy.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. I just assumed. I was on the honor system. Leon, you might want to get a DNA test.
I can't believe Patty's the first one to bring this up.
Yeah, that is a real valid point. Before you sign any deal.
More video out there.
Yeah, that's great.
It's sad, but that would be
Good job,
step one
Patty.
for me.
Great advice, Patty.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you. That's a banger she just brought us. What's up, Wendy? Hang on, Michael. I'll get to your call. What's up? What do you got, Wendy?
Hey, you always say keeper to keeper, but what about stress be less?
Yeah, I mean, so this dude, here's what happened. She's giving him sex again.
Yes.
Right? Giving him sex. And he is being blinded by the booty, which can happen.
It so easily happens.
There's a term called booty blindness. So he's not thinking rationally, and she's trying to bleep out the memories that he has from that video of her getting nailed by those 2 dudes.
Women can do this. They do it all the time.
But it's nasty.
Yeah, no, it is. You hear that, Leon? She says it's nasty.
But it's nasty.
It is.
And I would definitely get a DNA test and some other tests as well while you're at it.
Yeah, she's using that thing down there like a Jedi mind trick, sir. Trying to get you to forget.
That's so good, though.
It's going to happen again. I'm sorry to say that, but.
Right, just waving her hand. Oh, these are not the droids you're looking for. Right?
Yeah.
There's in there instead you're like, yeah, but I remember you with C3PPO.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. I mean,
It
if
is.
she's told absolutely, but when you're married,
Yep. I'm with you. Hang on, Michael. I'm gonna get to your call. I promise. All right, thank you, Leon. Good luck, buddy. Got to take a quick break. 1-855-FU Billy. We'll be right back.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show.
Remember old dude from 2019, nice clean, did me dirtier than laundry. Took a scroll through his IG just to get a DM from his wifey. I was so confused, what should Dochi do? She didn't know about me and I didn't
In 1
know
hour,
about
we got a
Sue.
shot at
I opened up the
$1,000.
messages and had to hit
Next
the
week,
door.
we're going to have
Turns out that
Metallica
girl was
tickets to
really
give away.
I'm so excited about that.
Pinky slick back
Yeah, I
till
can't wait for
sit
somebody
back,
to win.
lick back, turn it
Yep.
And Nard's Wieners for Money party is Saturday, June 14th. I posted the bag that they've like installed on the guy.
Right.
All the nasty stuff that's on his insides are coming out.
I see people commenting like, yeah, that's not good.
No, it's so gross. But, all the doctors are telling me he's going to make a full recovery. He's just going to have to change his lifestyle, but
They
good
just
luck
keep
with
they
that.
keep saying that,
But then he's still in the hospital.
I mean, I get. Listen,
They told
from
us it
the
was a long
beginning.
road.
Yeah, to be fair, from the beginning, it has been said this is a pain in the ass. The road to recovery is long, and so now that it's being a pain in the ass and the road to recovery is long, I'm like, man, this is. But it's like to be fair, they've said this from the beginning.
The only good news is it might affect his wiener.
Okay,
so he might not be able to be a whore anymore.
I honestly think he wants out of the hospital so bad, like he just doesn't care. Like if you were like, "Hey, you can't do it" or anything anymore,
He'd be fine with it.
I think this has been just the worst thing ever to him.
So game.
I mean,
day,
I feel so bad for him.
Game Day Men's Health, they're helping us put together this nice Nard's Wieners for Money party, which is Saturday, June 14th. It's the day before Father's Day. It's the day before Bonnie Blue does 2,000 Guys.
Yeah.
So the location is McFinnigan's Pub, Blanco Road in Lock Hill, Selma, outside of Loop 410.
And I know a lot of people are saying, "Hey, karma, stuff like that."
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
karma.
Here's the thing: if even if you don't like Nard, we're gonna be there.
How
So
can you not
come
like
out-
Nard?
Come out, get some food provided by
He has a
Hughes Cuts Meat
disability.
Market.
He's a jerk.
Like I know, but I
Again.
believe that's part of his disability.
Me and Derek are going to be there, and Chris will be there as well,
Yeah,
and
I'll be
Goof
there.
probably will be there as well.
Like I don't think he has like that part of his brain also doesn't work. Like his empathy and
Full recovery, you say? Though.
Yeah.
I see. I don't like that.
Well, there's a chance that Nard will
Recovery,
just be on the
yes,
big
not full.
screen. We'll just have him on the big screen for everybody. Say hi
Just
doing
enough
stuff.
recovery is what I'm going for.
You want him to be out. And,
Just enough to be out, but not
Gotcha.
in here.
Gotcha. You don't want him back here.
Yeah, I'm trying to submit paperwork to exit paperwork.
While he's in the hospital.
Yeah.
People
I
are
wanna
saying
serve him that in there.
he needs to get some STD tests before he leaves the hospital.
That would be a great idea.
Maybe that bag is an STD bag.
And
those are all the STDs that are leaving his body.
I'd imagine with all this stuff they've done to Nard, like they know if he has STDs or not.
I don't
would
know.
think, anyways. I mean, they've done so many surgeries.
Yeah, maybe because his wiener's smaller, his STDs will be smaller.
Yeah, probably.
I'm telling you, his wiener got bigger. It hadn't gotten smaller.
Because he's got such a tiny wiener that, like genital crabs, those crabs look like full-size crabs.
Bro, it's going to be so funny, though, if he gets out and he can't do anything because he's going to be like, he's at his hottest and I've never seen his weenie bigger. And it's like he's not going to be able to use it, which is just, again, some people would say karma.
That would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious, yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah, no, I feel bad for him just that he's still in the hospital.
Well, a woman's sex drive is determined by how well a man treats her. Is that true?
I think it's definitely fair. It makes sense.
I don't know.
And
if
I
that's
noticed
true.
that it's like, yeah, when I'm nicer to my chick, yes, it's for sure.
I don't know.
I think so.
I see a lot of women have sex with losers, guys that don't treat them good.
See, I don't. I think it's like,
It's
yeah, the
all
guys
over the
are
internet.
losers, but
Then why are there so many babies?
yeah, I mean, I feel like babies are down, but
They're down a little bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that. They're down here.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, obviously where we're located, it's not, indicative of the rest of the country, that's for sure.
Every time I go to Target or Walmart, there's some Pampers and one like a
Yep.
dirty Pamper.
I just had a baby.
just in the basket.
Yeah.
I just had a baby.
Yeah. I mean, I'm part of that crew.
Let me ask if this is true. Because the statement is that a woman's sex drive is determined by how well a man treats her. But don't you think there are a lot of men And what you'll call them is simps, men that treat their woman fantastic, do everything for their woman, and still don't get any booty. That's why I don't know that this is accurate.
I mean, I think both can definitely be true.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think you have to be nice to your, like, what chick is going to, like, want to give booty and stuff to a guy that's mean to him all the time? Like, I just don't see that happening. But I could be wrong. I don't understand women at all.
1-855-FU Billy. I just want people to let us know if this is accurate or not, because a dude might pipe up and listen to our show and then say, hey, wait a second. My woman doesn't like to clap cheeks, so let me treat her a little bit better. He might hear this because a woman will call in and be like, yeah, that's 100% accurate.
Because I guess when you think about it, it has always been like the nice guy gets her last, as Billy would say.
Yeah.
The guys that are like the mean guys were always the guys that were like getting booty, so it was like confusing. Because like, wait a minute, that guy treats you like crap, and you keep going back to him.
Yeah, I don't know if this is true. Maybe
you could be right. Yeah.
Maybe this is true in monogamous long-term relationships. Maybe that's where
Ladies,
it's accurate.
could you help us out? Like, put us on game here. Like, let us know which one is it.
This Lucy says it depends on the age group that you're talking about.
Okay. Fair.
So that's fair. That's probably very fair.
Yeah. I guess when the woman gets into her 30s, that's when, she's not going to be sleeping with guys that are mean to her.
This person says, yes, that is fair to say.
Which one?
I don't know.
We said a lot there.
Stevie says, I don't get enough.
Okay.
But she likes the anticipation. Let me go to Senor. What's up, Senor?
Hey, what's up, man? I just wanted to comment on that whole sex drive, the sex drive on the women. It's more for married women, women that are in a relationship with the same guy.
Okay, yeah, because that's what I was wondering, because now this is outside the bedroom. The better you treat her outside the bedroom, the more she's going to be in the mood to do stuff in the bedroom. But then,
because I mean, you got her running around cleaning the house, doing your laundry, and this and that. She's tired. She's not gonna want to do nothing. But if you're showing her that you want to be around, you wanna help her, she's gonna help you in the before bed.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, Ashley just said, she goes, if my husband treats me like ass, I don't want to give him ass.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Let's see here. I've seen sugar daddies miserable as hell with their sugar babies at the bar.
Oh, I've seen the video.
Yeah.
Where, the sugar daddy basically dumps the sugar baby.
So maybe that's, if he's not treating her the best, then even the sugar baby doesn't want to give cheeks. What's up, Nicole?
Hey, so y'all had me thinking, because I was really kind of perplexed, like, do I like to be treated better? Or
That's so
It's
funny.
a great question, right?
Yeah. That's so funny.
Does that put you more in the mood, or does it not?
Well, I had to really think, and I realized that prior to getting married, if someone treated me kind of bad, I think I would have been more interested in them. Yeah. Now that I'm married, that if my husband treats me really nice and sweet and does nice stuff for me, I'm more in the mood. But if he's mean to me, I'm like, oh no, absolutely not. And then back in the day, if someone was really nice to me, I probably would have been like, not really that interested.
Right.
So I don't know. I think I'm still kind of perplexed about the whole thing. I don't know. I think women, we don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
I love this. I love that she's like, I don't know.
By case basis, depending on the woman. But then you have what we call dirt girls, which are girls that want to be treated like dirt in the bedroom.
That is so
Now, I don't know if that's how you are, Nicole, but that's also confusing to the guy.
Yeah. It is confusing because I do want to be like, oh, tell me I'm like, names, call me bad names or, blah, blah, blah. But in real life, I'm like, if you were to even raise your voice at me, I would probably freak out.
Yeah, freak out. You'd be upset at him. But in the bedroom, now he's saying all these crazy things.
Yeah, this conversation this question y'all have asked this morning has really got me thinking, like, what the actual is going on with you, Nicole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do as a guy? You just have to really, I guess, listen to your woman and communicate with her.
I don't
Yeah, I
even
don't know.
know. I
You
feel
just have
bad for the men.
She feels bad for men because she's like, men don't
I
even
love
know what to
that.
do.
It's so funny to me.
To get a girl, you can't be too nice.
It's funny that we put out the question and then she was sitting there like, I don't know the answer, and they're talking,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
her own self.
Yeah. So just thanks for getting my mind going this morning,
Yeah.
guys.
Oh,
That's
man.
what we do.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
That is so funny.
What's
though.
up, Nick?
Thank you,
Hello.
Nicole.
What you got?
Oh man, I'll tell you, I treat my girl really well. She's an RN, and it's all the time, all the time.
So you treat her good. Now, this is, you have to treat them good outside the bedroom. Now,
Yes, I do.
yeah, so that,
I play guitar, I sing to her, and it's like whenever. In fact, last week it was every day. This week it's already been 3 times. So,
jeez,
yeah.
look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking, it's hump day today. It's
It's
a Wednesday, and you're 3 times in already.
Wow.
It's it works. I treat her well, and it's whatever I want.
See, I think, and I don't know how long have you been with her?
2 years.
2 years. Okay, that's still pretty new.
Yeah.
But man, you got to wonder, there's some dudes out there that treat their woman fantastic. They don't get credit for all the things, the little tiny things that they do, and they still get no butt cheeks. They
I'll
just-
tell you the good part is when we go for a drive, and she'll say pull over, and it's on. It's great.
So
It
does
is
she have her scrubs on, or just?
You know what? I do like her with her scrubs on, but it doesn't. They don't stay on long. But it's really convenient, and I want to tell you, it's not hard to treat her well. It really isn't. We're just being.
Yeah, being thoughtful, thinking of her.
Yeah.
And playing guitar.
Oh yeah, I can rip it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, chicks love. I mean, you can do no wrong if you play an instrument.
Hey,
Yeah,
could
that's true.
You think you could ask her to go drop by and see how Nard is for us? Thank you, Nick.
Need a professional opinion.
We do.
You can get her to go see Nard.
I mean, he's so messed up.
He is. He's down bad.
Nebraska says my wife wants it every night.
Damn, Nebraska. That's badass.
This person says RNs work hard. I'm sure they do.
They definitely do. Yeah, no doubt.
I would imagine. So a woman's sex drive is determined by how well the man treats her.
Right.
So far, I mean, it's confusing to a woman because she's like, wait a second. When I was single and just meeting guys,
yeah,
the guys that treated me good, I wasn't interested in them. Husband now, if he doesn't treat her good, she's not going to give him any cheeks.
It's
but then
very
she wants
confusing.
to be treated really terrible in the bedroom.
Yeah.
It is very confusing.
I liked it. It confused. The girls don't even know the answer. We're asking because it's like, hey, what is the answer? And girls are like, actually, I don't know.
Huh.
What's up, BMW?
That's a problem.
To me, from my experience, I've been with my wife for about 6 years already. But, from my experience before that, it's all a case-by-case basis, pretty much. Because you get some wild ones where they want you to treat them like shit.
We can't say that, BMW. Yes, you said the S word, and that is one of the bad. You're fine.
It's one of the deadly ones.
Yeah, my bad.
That's all right. The stream loves it. They're like, yeah, we got to hear that. Hey, word you just said.
Turd.
I forgot I was on the radio, but yeah, it's just a case-by-case basis from my experience. Some of them want you to treat them like a dog, and that's what turns them on and gets them going. Where the other ones, like the one I'm with now, I got to treat her good, or else she won't give me nothing. But it's just a case-by-case basis in my experience.
Okay, well, that's probably true. Yeah. Again, it was how good you treat her is how often you're going to get it. So a woman's sex drive is determined by how well a man treats her. But, that's a slippery slope, too, because if you do all these nice things and everything, and then she just rewards you with sex,
yeah,
then when does that ever end? Then you have to, let's say you didn't have the energy to go buy her something, or you know what I mean, do something super. You're just like, man, I just want to do it tonight. She's like, well, you know what, you really didn't pay attention.
Right, you weren't nice to me.
He's like, man, I had a lot going on.
Yeah, that's true.
Where's my flowers? That could get old.
Yeah,
that could be tough. All right, speaking of tough, this guy, he's out with his girlfriend. He has a whole ass seizure. ends up in the hospital. And they've been together 3 months, and, they're staying together. Well, he gets out of the hospital. She didn't even stay at the hospital. He gets out of the hospital early, goes home. They discharge him to find her getting just down-dogged by a different dude. So we'll get to that next. Hang on.
back to the Billy Madison Show.
Fat, juicy, and I don't even so good, make me throw up a set. That good, good, making my pet. Pretty, top of good, you ain't never gonna forget.
Yes. Good morning. Coming up, I got $1,000 in 38 minutes. Game Day Mentel putting together this fun party for us. It's Saturday, June 14th, and we did it during the day from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at McFinnigan's Pub, so it doesn't really wreck your weekend. You just
Saturday,
come by,
right?
hang
Yeah,
out
so-
with us, say what's up.
Don't, just if you want to stop by for a minute, whatever.
Get some hot dogs, Nard's Wieners for money party. It's all the proceeds are going to go to help out all of his medical bills and stuff.
Yes.
I'll be honest, like Nard, he texted me yesterday. He's like, "Hey, dude, I can't pay rent."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Damn."
That's kind of,
Now he
it's
texts.
crazy. Yeah, to be texted on the third. I've been calling him since last. All right.
And then the day before, guess what, Derek?
What?
He texted me. He's like, "I can't pay for my car insurance."
Right.
So today, I would assume I'm gonna get a text. I can't pay for my car.
Well, today I would block his number.
Yeah, I mean, today it's like, all right, bud,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Right.
But I feel bad for him.
I do
because
too.
What it's
Especially because, like, Nard's not, Captain, like, lazy.
no, he works hard.
He works hard, yeah.
He does work hard. So Is
it's
he a
like-
good person? Nah.
No, but I
But
don't.
does he
I
work
also don't
hard?
think that's his fault necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a disability. The dude
He
is.
does.
Like, his brain power is on.
It ain't good.
No. And it's
But
not
that's
like,
why I love him.
It's not getting better either.
No, it's getting worse. Yeah, his outlook on things is horrible.
So
he has not evolved and grown with the times at all.
No, he's just kind of stuck.
Right. But
So-
again, that's what makes him, special.
Unique, and that's why the people love him. That's why I hope you guys come out and support him.
That's why every single person is stopped by. Saw me yesterday at my Burger Boy remote, asked about Nard, and there was a ton.
And we're going to have weenies provided by Q's Cuts Meat Market. Again, put it on your calendar. Saturday, June 14th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you need details, reach out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget Metallica tickets next week on our show.
I've had people driving by on the access road yelling at me, Nard's better. Not even stopping by, just from basically the highway.
Well, that's rude. You're out there. You're the
I don't
official
mind
burger
it.
boy.
Yeah,
That's-
they're just trolling.
That's fine. but
Nard's better.
I don't, yeah.
Not a chance.
It made me. It
No,
makes
not
me
even
laugh.
close.
It makes
The
me,
show was actually better without Nard.
Oh, come on. Nard's
our
great.
ratings are through the
I just
roof
think
right now.
it was just funny. It was just funny.
But
I
I will
didn't-
say this: I really like having him. Even
I
even
love
though
him.
he brought a dark cloud over our show last summer, that was
Yeah.
the worst summer that we've ever had as far as radio goes.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not even
Yeah.
talking
It
about
was.
performance or anything. It was just like just interaction and prizes.
Yeah,
It was insane the curse that Nard put on us.
he did. But we fought through it.
All right, so
It's
imagine
been going well this year.
Imagine. Well, Nard's sick. He's not here.
Okay, but he hadn't been sick the whole year.
Most of it.
Yeah.
At
Pretty
this
much.
point.
Okay.
All
You
right.
guys know it started in okay, never mind.
Yeah, he started being sick in
No,
January.
I'm saying the rating, like we've been, all right. I'm saying we've been doing well since he was here.
All right,
All right.
This is what I'm saying. Imagine having a seizure, and then
Shut
you
the
come
hell
home after having a seizure, and your chick's getting her cheeks clapped by a different dude.
That'd be the worst thing ever.
Listen to this.
How long was your last relationship?
3 months, bro. My last relationship ended terribly. And this is the whole point of this interview. I would like the world to know and understand that I was in a relationship. I love this girl. I was so into her, man. I would have done anything for this girl, and she knows it. The sad thing was, I remember I had a seizure, passed out. Like, I woke up. I don't know what caused this or what happened. I remember 3 cops are surrounding me, and I started going nuts. And I tried to understand exactly what's going on. And I remember my girlfriend was just screaming, I love you, constantly. And then next thing you know, I woke up in the hospital. And I don't know why. They released me, they discharged me. I came back home to her place because I was basically living with her. And I find this girl with her ex the same night I had a seizure, the same night I went to her place, and they were and
They were humping. In case we had to bleep it out, but they were doing it.
Yeah.
They were having the sex, if you will.
That's what he walked in on.
He walked in after being in the hospital.
Yep.
His girl didn't stay with him at the hospital. She went home.
No. She's like, oh, just a seizure? Okay.
Met up with her ex at her house where this other dude was also staying.
Mm-hmm.
that made me realize that this is what the world's capable of. That destroyed me, bro.
Is this dude going to turn into a villain? I feel like that he's now the Joker.
I mean, he did go to her house.
But he said he was basically, he had a key, obviously.
No, he did. But what I'm saying is I think these things happen when you move in with a girl and a girl doesn't move in with you. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
When you move into her place.
Yeah. She's got the upper hand, for sure.
She's kind of acting like a dude.
Did it not sound like he's like, this is what the world's capable of, and now he just wants to watch the world burn?
You are right. This is like how the Joker started.
He's never going to love another woman.
No, and that happens.
He's going to treat all women like trash now. Just
guys
that
do
one
have,
woman.
girls too. Don't get me wrong, it's both, but you do have your villain origin story. Like, this is the moment.
He's never going to want to get married.
Right.
He walked in on his girl having sex with some other dude.
Yeah.
When he thought that they were exclusive, they were in love. He was in a vulnerable position. He
Right,
just had a seizure. He was in the hospital.
Yeah.
Maybe the seizure gave her the yick.
People think that, I bet it did.
Yeah.
I bet it did.
Yeah.
I bet it did.
I'm telling you.
Which is horrible.
Seeing him flailing his
Yeah,
arms around and
flailing.
stuff.
Right. The seizures are awful.
They're
They're tough to look at, for sure. But
yeah.
They're tough to go through.
Right.
Yeah, but they're also tough to look at when you
Yeah.
see it. It's tough.
It's
but that's just so
crazy.
rude of hers. So she saw that and she got horny?
I mean, I don't know about that, but she definitely got the ick.
She was definitely cheating before, people were saying. This is not the first time.
That could be true, but also, I don't know.
This girl on there says only betas get seizures.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's from my Laura.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Quite the take.
That's crazy.
Sounds like my sister. She's currently catfishing her ex, yet he only wants to smash.
Oh. Huh.
Oh, boy, this chat. Oh, yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, that chat's wild.
It's been getting good.
It's very entertaining.
People are now accusing her of trying to kill him just so she can get back with her ex.
I mean, that's just unnecessary. Like, just get back with your ex. People break up. Like, that happens.
Jeez, let me go to Reagan. What's up, Reagan?
Hey, yeah. I mean, they were only together 3 months.
Yeah.
How can he be mad?
What do you mean? He can still be hurt.
Sure, but I mean, he was in the hospital, and I'm
No,
sure
with the
she was
seizure. Why
stressed.
wouldn't she just stand by her man? Whatever happened to that?
I mean, that still happens.
Isn't there a song, Chris? Stand by your man.
Yeah, there is.
Right? Whatever happened to that?
I think it still is a thing.
Cheating. It's not cheating. It's dating, and she probably just called that other guy because the seizure freaked her out.
Okay, so she was like so weirded out by the seizure that she's like, I gotta have sex to get this off my brain.
Or she was stressed. She was freaked out. And they're
eat
only
some ice
together
cream.
3 months. What's the big deal?
You're trolling right now.
She has to be.
You got to be trolling, right? You're a
No.
rage baiter.
I mean, how do we know? Yeah.
You're
No,
trolling.
It's just
No.
dating. It's just
You
3 months.
a normal person would be like, "Oh my gosh, that's awful. You know, that's a terrible thing to do." Nobody's going to be on the woman's side here. That's why I feel like you're trolling and you're just a rage baiter.
Look, I was seeing other people for almost 2 years while I was dating my now husband.
Yeah, and I bet he didn't know about it.
Except for people don't really care about seizures because she's not really making anybody rage. You know?
It's dating. You're not engaged, you're not married, you know.
Yeah,
But
no, I get, I
these
get all that. But they're basically living together.
Right.
He was obviously something happened, and she wasn't there to support him. That's red flag number one.
Weird that he even, he got out of the hospital. She's not even there.
Right.
But didn't he say that he got out early?
Yeah, he was
So how could
discharged.
she
Yeah.
know?
I'm surprised they let him drive after that. Maybe he Ubered
Well,
home.
yeah. Who knows how he got home?
Probably just Ubered.
Yeah.
He's probably just excited to get home.
Right. It's nice of people when they get out and they just Uber themselves somewhere instead of making you drop everything to come.
Yeah, thanks, Nard. You jerk.
I mean, I don't even
Anyways.
think you can be at the hospital 24 hours. So I don't think that's on her. And again, it's only 3 months.
I know that's
You're
my Laura is saying that. Hey, man, medical stuff is a lot to dump on someone 3 months in, dude.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
fair.
Yeah. She just could have
3
handled
months.
it differently.
This woman doesn't owe him anything.
Nobody's saying that she
They're
owes him
dating.
anything.
No,
Yeah,
she doesn't. Yeah.
But yeah, hold on. Let's go back to you for a minute. You're saying that you were sleeping with other men 2 years while you were also dating your husband?
Yeah,
There's
because
no way
we
that
were
dude. There's no
dating.
way your husband knew about that. And if your husband ever found out about that, I mean, I can't imagine what that would do to him.
I mean, he never asked. It's not
Well,
my
he's an idiot.
responsibility to tell him.
He's an idiot.
I would tell him if he asked.
Yeah, sure. You
And,
just
I
never
mean,
asked. Why would you
No,
never
he never
ask?
I don't know.
Once we got engaged, I started to
If somebody's sitting in a seat, right, you're always like, is this seat taken?
Yeah. Right.
Right? You just don't sit down usually.
Mm-mm.
But so your husband never asked? Right? Because that's how you got to.
never asked. We were dating. Once he asked me to marry him, I started to cut off the others. I didn't see anyone else after we announced that we were engaged.
Okay, so that's when you stop seeing other dudes and now you're exclusive to your man.
Because we are married.
Yeah. No, I hear ya.
Yeah, that's a big difference. So
well-
this woman does not owe him anything.
No, I think the big difference is that you just wanted to do your thing and you didn't care, right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
I can't believe she got a guy to marry her. There's no way that you enunciate like that and then find a dude to marry you.
I mean, she did.
We are happily married. Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah.
No.
And I'm
There's no way.
enunciating like that.
No
so
way,
you
that guy's
understand
happy.
me.
There's no way.
I like
hang
it.
on.
I do too.
What do you mean?
I do
You
too.
like her?
Yeah.
I do.
Well, okay, hold on, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris with a fresh haircut. What do you like about it?
Oh, I like when women over enunciate.
Yeah, it is kind of cute.
It is cute.
Okay, I thought you liked the story, how she was seeing
No,
other dudes.
no.
No,
He
no,
was
no.
just highlighting the enunciation part. Yeah.
All
Better
right.
than baby talk.
Nah, I'll
Oh
take
my
baby
God.
talk all day over that. What's up,
You
Belle?
guys,
Ridiculous.
I don't know. That's
Ridiculous.
a real hoe at the other end of the line.
Yeah.
You sound like this girl. This is how you sound like, who cares? Like, what's wrong with you? Is it still going down your throat? Did it not slide all the way
Okay,
down?
we can't say that,
Oh.
Belle. Belle got nasty.
Belle.
Belle, it's not even 10 p.m. This is morning show.
This is morning
Save
show.
that stuff for 10 p.m.
This is morning show.
Yeah. Come on. That was nasty, Belle.
This is morning show.
It is.
This is my favorite clip. This is morning show.
That was dirty.
That was.
Reagan, you have to be trolling us. There's nobody. So
I'm fine with it.
So nobody's on the guy's side that had the seizure that walked in on that. Nobody's like feeling bad for him.
They probably all universally do.
Not one person.
It's her house. It's 3 months. I don't see the problem. And also, why do men do that? Like, why did he just not make a big deal out of it?
What do you
She
mean?
probably would have had more respect for him, stayed with him, chosen him if he had handled that differently.
Okay, so the dude catches her in the act with her ex. How would you have liked him to handle that situation?
If I were his friend, what I would tell him to do is
No, take us back to that moment. He uses the key, opens the door of the place that he's staying at. I get it's not his place. He sees her. She's in the police dog position with her ex. They're having the sex. What does he do at that moment?
you look at her, you walk back out.
Okay.
That's what you do.
Okay.
And then the wheels start turning because it's not great to see a woman that you're dating having sex. But again, they're just dating. And then she starts to wonder, it doesn't bother him. Why is that? He's a real man. He can handle himself. He can handle looking at me having sex and not be, two-phased with it. And then you don't let the other guy win. Then it's like, what's going on over there? And then the focus is back on him. And that's how you keep a woman.
Okay, so if he would have just not overreacted, he would have just looked her in the eye. You know how a dog looks in the eye when they're pooping?
Yeah.
So you just, if he would have just done that and then walked out and then not said a word.
No.
And then she would have been curious. She'd be like, wow, he handled that like a man. That didn't even bother him. He's interesting.
He's interesting.
No, he's not weak. He's not weak.
If he wanted to prove that, he should have walked in and taken off his pants.
Yeah, I mean, like, all right, what are we doing?
What are we doing here?
All right.
Seizure really changed
Let's
you.
turn this into a two-man.
That might be a bridge too far. That might be a bridge too far. But yeah, don't be weak. Just be a man, handle it, and then maybe that prompts the conversation of, will you marry me?
Okay. Oh gosh, marry her.
All right.
All right. Now you're really trolling. What's up?
No, that's how it works.
Yeah, okay.
No ring, I'm dating. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. I'm not waiting.
Well, no
around.
ring if there's too many other things. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
What's up, Marty?
Yeah, I want to know what would her husband now. What do you think he would do if he found out about that? Would he leave you or what?
I mean, he's kind of stuck. You hear how she talks?
Yep.
I don't think he would have a problem with it because we were dating. If he did have a problem with it, he can divorce me and I'll take half his stuff. So, once.
It's evil.
So there you go. I mean, once we're married. I'm loyal.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Just no loyalty up until you get that
Nope.
thing. All right. What's up, Sarah?
This lady's crazy. She's nuts.
Yeah. Sounds nuts. A lot of times the way they enunciate words tells you if they're nuts or not.
I'm not crazy.
I noticed that too.
Yeah.
I'm enlightened. That's what I am.
For as long as you've been married, it just doesn't seem like you have outlived your hoe phase yet, because no man is going to put up with that, and any woman that thinks that that's okay obviously has no self-respect.
Yeah, she's not even for the street. She's for the alley.
I'm a liberated woman. I'm a liberated woman. What are you? Are you just sitting around waiting for somebody to choose you? Hell no. I'm out there. Like, there's no hoe phase. That's
you're married.
Messed
you're
up.
married and out there. That just says a lot.
How
right
come
there.
no women have a no face? Can you guys start
No,
to
I was
no
out
face?
there.
Yeah.
I was out there. Now I'm married.
How about a
Now
no
I'm
face? Can we
settled.
get that going?
Yeah, I'm in my no phase. I never heard that
Yeah,
before.
I would agree. I think that would be much better for nowadays.
Nowadays, right? Have a nice no phase. No, I'm in my no phase.
Maybe be a little bit more self-respecting and realize, that everybody's dogging on that guy that walked in, but I tell you what, she's lucky that she wasn't the one that ended up in the hospital. I mean, not that I would condone.
Yeah, man. Okay,
that type of-
imagine flip the genders, flip
Now
the
you're
script.
condoning domestic violence.
And she had the seizure, and then
No,
he
it's not
went
seizure.
back to the house, and he was nailing some other woman. Everybody be calling him a monster. They wouldn't call him liberated.
Yeah. They
Empowered.
wouldn't call him liberated.
What's up, Amy?
Hi, I love you, Billy. By the way, I listen to you all the time.
Oh, you're very
but
nice.
I actually walked in on my ex now, having sex after dating for like maybe a month and a half.
Wow.
And I had the key, and he said, "Come over, watch his place while he was out of town." And so I left my stuff there, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go pick it up before he gets back in." And when I turned the key, I saw clothes on the floor, and I'm like, "Oh, how cute! He's back. Maybe we'll have sex."
No, and then he was already. Can you hang on, Amy? Because
Please.
I'm sorry. I'm forced to go to break. It's not my fault, Amy. I want to hear the rest of this. If you could please hold on. We'll be right back.
back to the Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
What's up, Billy Madison Show? Yeah, stand by your man.
It is.
Here it is. Yeehaw. We started our topic. That's my one talent, man. I can nair like nobody.
Your country is, I mean, it's legendary.
Well, I did country and western radio.
I wonder why it didn't work out.
Nair.
There's no way that you didn't, that didn't slip
I dominated.
Sometimes.
It was badass. Wild Bill up in this bitch.
I mean, I believe you, but I just feel like you're poking fun.
Maybe.
It might have come across maybe a little pokey funny.
Yeah.
A little bit.
No.
So we were talking about this dude.
How long was your last relationship?
3 months, bro. My last relationship ended terribly. And this is the whole point of this interview. I would like the world to know and understand that I was in a relationship. I love this girl. I was so into her, man. I would have done anything for this girl, and she knows it. The sad thing was, I remember I had a seizure, passed out. Like, I woke up. I don't know what caused this or what happened. I remember 3 cops are surrounding me, and I started going nuts.
Yeah, arms
and
flailing.
I tried to understand exactly what's going on. And I remember my girlfriend was just screaming, "I love you," constantly. And then next thing you know, I woke up in the hospital. And I don't know why. They released me to discharge me. I came back home to her place because I was basically living with her. And I find this girl with her ex the same night I had a seizure, the same night I went to her place, and they were...
They were having the sex. Amy was saying that this happened to her. You were dating a guy for about what'd you say, a month and a half?
month and a half.
Yeah. And
And
you caught him. You had the key because you were watching his place, and then you caught him with a woman?
Yes. So I walk in, and I was going to pick up my stuff middle work day, so he thought I was at work.
And you thought that you would walk in and maybe have some sex with him also.
Yes.
Because I saw clothes on the floor, like
Right.
his clothes on the floor.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we'll have sex. He's here. He came home early. And so then I hear screaming, and then I hear like moaning, and I'm like, oh, he has a girl in the room. So I just start being very quiet, walking backwards back to the door, and I'm like, good for him. He's a hottie.
What?
Yeah.
So, yes. And so I lock the door, put the key over the light, go to my car very quietly on the stairs. I go to my car and I'm like, okay, so I'll just leave. And then it's like a 10-minute drive to work. And so I'm on the drive and I get a phone call and he's like, did you come to the apartment? And I'm like, yeah, but I kind of know you were busy. And he's like, I'm so sorry. And I go, no, I'm sorry. And so we start like a 5-minute apology to each other. And he's apologizing for having another girl. And I'm apologizing for like showing up unannounced and like opening the door and like,
Right.
shortening the.
Well,
fun
that had to turn you on, though, that he was making this woman scream, right? I mean, that's kind of impressive, right?
Yeah.
Is that how they look at it? Yeah, that's how she looked at it. She's like, I want to scream like that.
He is so hot that I was like, good for him.
Yeah.
Damn.
There.
Yes.
What?
What do you mean? What? Why you guys shocked?
Is Amy trolling?
No, she's not. It was a month and a half.
Is this
And,
an AI
and to
call?
hear that one woman howl in pleasure, she's like, I want to howl like that.
Wow.
And you guys
Totally
were giving
dating.
me such crap. See, she agrees.
Oh, shut up.
She agrees. This is my point. Thank you, Amy.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you, Amy.
Totally dating. Yes. I
She's
was
still
like,
there.
Hey,
Hey,
yeah.
Amy, let me ask you this question. Did you end up like
Hey,
hooking up
he's
with
a
him
good
later?
guy. Oh, definitely that after work.
So that same day.
After work.
Same day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is impressive.
And he was so gentlemanlike. Like, he was so nice, so giving. He'd take you out on dates. He'd be the man. Like, yes.
Was that the first time you guys had hooked up? Obviously, probably not.
No.
Okay.
No.
So did you howl louder, maybe just to make it a little bit louder so that compared to the other woman, or did you ask him about?
No, he totally can do that. He has the banana. Yeah,
Okay,
he
he's
totally
got
can
the
do it.
he's got the
It's
nana.
bent.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. No, he totally can do it.
Do
Yeah,
you
but
still
it
hook up with
started-
him?
Well, we did an 8-year relationship, and now we're just friends.
Okay. Well, there's no way that you're gonna keep that nana on
It's
ice for
weird.
too long.
Girls never
he's gonna
marry
make
their
you-
best hookups.
No, he's gonna make you howl again soon. You know, your ears are gonna go back and all that.
I don't think humans
But
can do that.
totally agree with.
I can.
Totally
Oh, that's
agree. If a
crazy.
man is dating you, he is dating you. He is not married to you. He is dating you.
So you agree
There
with
is a
Reagan?
difference. There is a huge difference. Now, if you're
Thank
if you're
you,
dating,
Amy.
yes, if you're dating and y'all have a conversation like, hey, no more hookups, no more one night stands, no more slip ups, because there's slip ups. You're like, oh, I'm in the moment. I'm in Vegas. Somebody's in the elevator. We're going to the same floor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All of a
there's
sudden we're having
slip-ups.
sex, accidental.
Yeah, accidental.
Amy's a freak.
But
Amy is a
if you
freak,
have-
yeah, and I appreciate
if you
her.
have that conversation, totally faithful woman. Totally faithful woman.
All right, but you got to have that conversation and set the rules,
You
right?
have to have that. Yes, you have to have.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah,
Thank
but you said it
Amy,
weird.
And I love how you gave me such crap.
Yeah, it's just you're
but
enunciating.
When Amy says it, oh, it's
But also
great.
too-
I love you.
also too,
I love you too, Amy.
also-
Tell it like it is.
Well, because you know what she did? Because she saw her man making another woman howl, and then she's like, you know what? I'm going to give it to him later on that day.
And give it
Yeah.
to him as much as you want.
Yeah, anytime you want, fella. That was disgusting when that guy walked
Sure.
in on that girl just getting.
It
You know
was.
why? Because girls are takers and men are givers. It just looks different,
I agree.
right?
That makes no sense. It is the same thing.
It's
and if
not.
Seizure guy had been cool like Amy, then maybe, he would have had an 8-year relationship and, still be friends. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh.
Do you agree with Reagan that guy that had a seizure, that he got out of the hospital, he's coming to the place that he stayed at, and they walked in on her having sex?
Yeah.
Like, should he have just kind of went into the bushes like Homer Simpson there?
Actually, if you see a vehicle in the driveway, just keep driving. Just keep driving.
Agree.
'Cause any man, so a lady, if you're dating any man, they should own a vehicle. That's proof that they're there. If they don't own a vehicle, don't date them.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
there-
true too.
there you
Hold
go.
on. I'm just curious. Frederick, you heard Amy's story. You heard Reagan's thoughts on this. What do you think, Frederick?
I just feel this is the only question I got. Is Reagan and Eiffel Tower lady, coming from their backgrounds, are they perhaps related by chance? Because obviously,
I don't think
like
that they're related. No.
No.
People were asking if Daddy was there, if Daddy cared, if Daddy combed your hair and all that stuff.
Question.
But let's go to Don now. Yes, Don, did you have a question?
No, well, first and foremost, I feel like these women that are speaking really don't have any morals left.
Amy, what are you talking about? Amy has all the morals.
Yeah.
Dude.
Totally faithful.
Okay, so, I mean, she's super faithful, cool, but Reagan's a whole totally other
Yeah,
thing,
it's
man.
just the
Like,
enunciating.
She,
That is
she
a
went to
sexist
Wienerville,
double
and she's probably
standard.
still there, man.
When a guy does it, it's fine. When a woman does it, she's a whore. That makes no sense.
No, it's not.
Do you
no,
hear
you just gotta
yourself?
have
Listen to what
morals. You
you're
can't be
saying.
dating a guy. See, so the whole moral thing's gone. So when you date somebody, you date them. You date them exclusive, so that way you're giving your whole being to them.
Yeah, I gotcha. Gosh, that was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Let me take a quick break. In 4 minutes, you got a shot at $1,000. Hang on.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show.
What's up? Billy Madison Show. Hey, quick reminder, Metallica tickets next week.
Hell yes.
So that's a big show.
NRG Stadium.
Yeah.
That's going to be badass.
That's where I saw Taylor Swift.
Ooh. Pretty funny.
That is funny.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
So, how cool is it that Metallica gets to play in the same place that Taylor Swift played?
Lucky them.
That's a joke, obviously.
Obviously.
Ha ha.
Obviously.
Ha ha. I think even Metallica would probably give a lot of props to Taylor Swift.
After meeting Metallica, yes, they would.
Yeah, they would. Be like, man,
those guys are cool.
You get that many butts in seats.
Yeah, Metallica, I mean, they do their thing.
They do their thing.
Yep.
So I'm sure they got mad respect for Taylor Swift as well.
I'm sure, yeah.
Which is June 14th.
June 14th.
The
So
day-
it's the same
That's
day as
fine.
Nard's
Winter
Day.
Day, yeah.
Hey, if you win tickets, yeah, that's good for you.
Go do
Skip
that.
Nard.
Yeah.
Go do that.
Yep.
Yeah, F Nard.
Right.
Let me see what I was going to talk about here. I had some.
So that's badass. So we're giving away tickets next week, and then the show is next Saturday. Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why we're skipping the Friday.
What a
Remember?
Father's Day gift.
Yeah,
What
oh
a
my God!
Father's
Imagine,
Day gift.
imagine what he knows for Dad. I didn't
But
even think about that.
We're with you. Me and Derek, we didn't grow up with dads. Like my
Right.
dad was better than Derek's dad.
He was.
But in general, not great.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't their specialty being dads.
Sure.
So we just grew up with moms.
Yep.
So
That's
we
why
never,
we're
we
a
di-
little weird.
We don't really care about Father's Day because we never celebrated Father's Day growing up.
Yeah.
So now it's like, who ca- it's just a Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But there are some good dads out there.
There are some great dads out there,
so that deserve a good Father's Day.
especially especially here locally.
So maybe you'd want to try to win some Metallica tickets next week.
Mm-hmm.
You and Dad take a road trip.
I mean,
together
that,
to
I
Houston.
can't doubt how badass would
That's
that
awesome.
be. If next week you win and then you get to be like, oh, hey, Dad, we're going to Houston.
We're going to see
We're going
Metallica,
to
the
see
same
Metallica.
place that Taylor Swift played. Dad.
Happy Father's Day. you know your dad's gonna be. I mean, your dad's gonna tell everyone.
As Nard would say, he'd be over the moon.
He
see?
would. I mean, I didn't even think about that, but that is like, I don't know if it gets better than that.
I tell you what, it'd be hotter than fish grease.
Yeah. So next Monday through Thursday, yeah, we'll have Metallica tickets.
So I would listen.
Mm-hmm.
So Danny DeVito, this is that little dude from the Jersey Mike's commercial. Now I know he's done some other things, but that's
He's done a ton of things. He's a, you
Yeah.
know, I'm sure he's won like every award that you could win.
I think he's come up short.
Has he? Okay, all right. Well, I'm just saying he's been in the business a long time.
Yeah.
He's been in bangers.
Yeah, he was in Batman. He played Penguin.
Wasn't he in Matilda?
Yeah.
He was. He played the dad in the movie Matilda, which is I'm going to watch that today now just because you brought it up. I
mean,
forgot about
Matilda's always.
That's a banger.
It's
Twins
a,
with
it's a
Schwarzenegger?
banger. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in
I
Twins.
swear to God, the evil character in that movie, the principal or whatever she is, she's the scariest character
Oh,
in any
man.
movie ever.
Miss Trenchpool or whatever her name
I
is.
mean, I remember being a kid, like I was terrified
She's
of her.
so scary.
She is so scary. But yeah, Danny DeVito's been. I mean, I'm looking at Chris just pulled up like his IMDb. This guy's been in a million things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but currently he's in Jersey Mike's commercials.
That's what I know him from.
And currently he's getting heat for these comments.
How is it to work with her? She's great.
He's referring to Michelle Pfeiffer, who back in the must have been 80s or 90s, maybe 90s.
It was early 90s.
She played Catwoman, and a lot of people lusted after her.
She was hot in that movie.
She did this thing. There was a scene in the Batman movie.
Right.
It's called Batman Returns, where she's got this latex suit on, and she just starts licking herself like a cat
Yes.
cleaning itself.
Yep.
And that got
I
a
think
lot
it
of
was
people's
meant to be
engines
hot.
going. For sure.
That was the point.
How is it to work with her? She's great.
She was great.
She was
And
fantastic in that.
Just
But you were
so
both
wonderful.
fantastic in it.
Just so wonderful, and I lusted
You were
after
very
her.
dangerous.
I can't believe he's getting crap over that.
He lusted after her.
Even okay, so was it like they did a Catwoman basically like in the newer ones with Christian Bale, right?
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway, I think.
Yeah,
was
people lusted after
and
her too.
because Catwoman's character, that was part of it. Like she would use that to her advantage.
Yeah, she was frisky.
Yes.
Get it?
What is the big deal about Danny DeVito?
She
I
was
guess
a
because he
bad
worked.
kitty.
Is it because he worked directly with her?
I think it's because he's ugly.
I think so too.
Yeah.
He's short.
Fat
he's a
and
little
ugly.
fat and ugly. And
Yeah.
going bald.
Calm down.
He's crazy looking.
Loved her.
We're moving on from your lust. I'm not
Loved her.
getting into your.
I loved her. I just wanted everybody else to disappear.
All right,
What?
so just tell
Okay. It's not a big deal.
No, not at all.
It's a
Give the
nothing.
guy a break. He's 80 years old.
So
Right.
What form did the
That
lust
was the
take?
penguin.
Behaviorally.
It was not me. It was the
Okay.
But this is what some people, they're like, all these kind of comments need to go away.
Oh, those people.
Oh, stop it. You need to shut your butt cheeks.
I
Because
don't-
you know how women talk about dudes?
Yes.
I'm sorry. But
Yes.
you got all these cougars and these women, the way that they talk about men.
Right.
It's just as nasty. You guys are hypocrites.
Was Michelle Pfeiffer offended by it?
Doubt it.
Doubt it. If she came out, then okay, then we have a different, it's like, I guess maybe on set, maybe he did feel weird.
She could have whooped his ass.
She would have whooped his ass. I agree. But like, if she's not even the one that I don't think, anyways, it was like, this was weird.
Well, there's a rumor that short guys are perverts.
Okay.
Just because of Chris, and now you have Danny DeVito,
Yeah,
which is
we're the same guy.
Just because you have Chris, and then you have Danny DeVito,
Yeah.
literally two people in the world.
That might
So,
be
yeah,
too
they're
many.
Literally two people.
Come on, you know when women get together,
Yeah.
they talk extremely nasty.
I definitely think they can.
Yeah, they talk nasty about dudes.
Listen, my mom wasn't typical, so I don't want to be like, oh, well, but yeah, her and her
Filth.
girlfriends would talk crazy in the house.
I just played some audio, I don't know, in the last 6 months about this woman that was like, you know what? A woman's got to see it before she ever gets serious with a man. Got to see that thing.
Yeah, I'm
Imagine
sure.
if a guy's like, I got to see her thing before we ever get serious.
Well, guys do kind of say that.
No, they don't.
But then they're canceled like Danny DeVito.
Yeah. This person says, women are filthy. I don't have a problem with women
I
being
don't either.
filthy.
It's not a criticism of women.
Not at all. Zero criticism.
I think it's just
Do your
human
thing.
nature.
I'm just saying, y'all are nasty too. You got this little Danny DeVito guy saying he's lusting after a
We're
woman
meant
whose
to be
character,
attracted to each other.
her character,
That's the
you were
point.
supposed to lust after her.
I mean, it is.
That was the
the
whole
point of it.
So yeah, she
That's
did
what
a great
Catwoman
job.
is. That's what Catwoman is.
You know what? I got really upset because Batman looked like he fought crime.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
like, hey.
That was the point.
Right. Well, yeah, but you don't have to,
You don't have to say that he's a
objectify him.
vigilante.
Right. I mean, Batman was, he was
I didn't
a
like
hot
how he would
billionaire.
beat people. He would hit them too many times. He was a little excessive force from
You're
Mr.
right.
Batman.
I think they're picking on Danny DeVito because he's short and ugly.
That's it.
If this was, a decent looking guy, like a normal height, I don't think they say a word. This clip doesn't go anywhere.
Question.
If he loses Jersey Mike's over this, that'd be crazy.
There's got to be lots of women that lust after dudes, right?
Of
There's got to be
course.
somebody you're lusting after.
Of course.
I'm sure there's men. Look, here, I guess this is the confusing part, I think, for dudes.
Okay.
So it's like, don't be a creep.
Yep.
And then
Fair.
And then the Sweeney lady comes out with a bar of soap. You're supposed to register, and it's made with her bathwater.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, men need to stop being creeps. But then it's like, all right, yeah, but you're selling your bath. You're doing a bathwater giveaway. Sydney Sweeney bathwater giveaway.
I mean,
What a confusing message.
what a great point.
Yeah.
What a
100%.
great point.
You guys got to stop being creeps.
Mm-hmm. And I don't even think Danny DeVito's creepy.
He's not. He's
He said
lovable.
lusting.
Hey, stop being weird, but buy my fart in a jar.
He did say, oh, man, I want...
Weirdos.
Stop lusting, but buy my fart in a jar.
The message is so confusing. I'm so glad I'm married.
Yep. Yeah, that's amazing.
That's such a weird message.
I understand.
It is.
I understand. Yeah. I don't think it's coming from the same crowd, to be fair, but I get it. I definitely get it. But I also, hearing the clip of Danny DeVito, it's like, really?
But they're treating him like
Is that
he's
guy-
Weinstein or Cosby.
Exactly.
Like, they're not even
Exactly.
the
That's how
same
they're treating
level.
him. Like, yeah. Like, he's using his, what position?
Okay,
Right.
he wasn't like,
It was an
I'm
interview.
so glad I'm short because I can smell it.
Yeah. This was a coworker, like, who was playing a hot character. It's kind of the point.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny.
Who didn't lust after Catwoman?
That's the whole point.
Like, insane.
The character was designed
Yeah.
to arouse males.
Right.
That's the character.
Yeah.
And when she's doing the thing with the licking her latex and stuff. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
They wouldn't have had that scene.
No, they wouldn't have. That scene would have been pointless. She didn't really think she was a cat. That wasn't what she was. That wasn't what was being implied there.
No, in fact, she was trying to seduce the guy.
Yeah.
It's
They were like, oh,
hilarious.
yeah, she really does think she's a cat. That's why she's.
I wonder why she's doing that.
Stupid.
She must feel very dirty.
Stupid.
That's right. Cats don't like baths.
Mm-hmm.
This woman was talking about, how you keep a marriage going.
Okay.
And this is what she said. Now, I think this keeps a marriage good,
Yeah.
but
What's your age?
41.
How long have you been married to your husband?
Lots of years. 12 years.
How do you keep a relationship together for 12 plus years?
Ooh. A couple a week.
all right. She said a couple mouth hugs a week.
Yep. Facts.
I mean, that's good. I mean, after 12 years, you're getting a couple mouth hugs
That's
a week.
exactly how you keep a marriage going.
Yeah, I mean, that's what she says. Couple mouth hugs a week.
No guy's leaving that's getting a couple mouth hugs a week.
Nope.
Remember, it was a lot of dudes don't get any mouth hugs at all?
For months and years.
In fact,
I was horrified.
do you remember we did a whole topic on this?
Yes. There was several guys called in that were like, I haven't got a mouth hug in 5 years, and they're married.
Did we have a funeral for guys' wieners? Because
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think we'd do something like that.
Sounded familiar, though.
I think we did that for
Might have been
vaginas.
Mandela effect.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have.
I don't know. I think there was just where guys called in and they just no longer got any mouth hugs. Like it was over.
Yeah.
I know we did the much needed mouth hug. What happened in your life that your woman tried to make everything better with a mouth hug? I think we did that one.
But it was guy after guy calling in that are married in long-term relationships that have got mouth hugs in months.
I remember, though, that there was, like this one woman, she was like, oh, my gosh, his mother died. And so I gave him a mouth hug, and it made it all better.
Yeah.
It's like
That's a woman that understands guys.
No more mouth hugs, mouth cuddles, or bleeps. Yeah, we did do that segment. That happens.
Yeah.
Where there's that day,
and
you almost have to call it, much like, a death.
It is.
Yeah, it is. It is Wednesday.
Well, hopefully you never have to go through it.
9:15. That's the last. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's married dudes that remember the last mouth hug they got.
I mean, that is true. Yeah.
And this woman, she's
So I think
like,
this woman's spot on.
Okay. And honesty.
The key to a happy, successful, long-lasting relationship is just constantly.
Yeah, constantly. That dude's never.
Yeah.
I got a cat that lives outside. Keep feeding it. It's gonna be there forever.
Right. It's outside. It could go anywhere.
Anywhere. Could go anywhere.
It could go anywhere at once in the world.
But every morning.
Yep. Every morning.
Every morning.
Not constant. I didn't say constantly. But you've gotta provide.
I like constantly. Let's stick with that.
Constantly.
Man.
Yeah.
Why is satisfying your man sexually such an important thing in terms of, keeping a relationship together?
I mean, otherwise, it's just, it's your buddy.
Yep.
And that's all it is.
You've got to have the intimacy in order to keep a relationship successful. It's not just or anything like that. That's not the way I meant it. But you have to have the intimacy portion of it.
So, in your mind, a sexless marriage means the end of the marriage.
Yes. 100%.
Death. That's what it is. It's dead. Call it. It's dead. There's no pulse.
Oh my God.
That's it.
It sucks.
For sure.
Yep.
I'm sure there's lots of dudes listening right now. And they're like, damn, dude gets it at least 2 times a week.
Yeah, they're envious.
And there are lots of guys that listen to us that are like, man, they're still, you guys are still going to work every day, putting your pants
I
on
love how
one
you
leg
say
at a
that.
time, putting your boots on, going out to your job.
Still going to work every day.
And you're getting none of that. Unreal.
Back to the Billy Madison Show.
16-year-old. They took it to town.
Yeah. Good morning, Billy Madison Show. You can see Nard on the camera right now if you go. Appreciate everybody that's in our chat on YouTube, Twitch, and, of course, Facebook Live. We don't want summer to suck ass like it did last year. We're at no giveaways, no events, no nothing.
Yep.
So we're already kicking it off with Metallica tickets next week, which is huge. Leading up to our big event, our Nard's Wieners for Money party, which we're all going to be there. Even if you hate Nard and you think he sucks, come out and see us.
Yep. That's
from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at McFinnigan's Pub. All the wieners provided by Q's Cuts Meat Market.
Hell yeah.
Again, that's Saturday, June 14th. And our buddies at Game Day Men's Health are helping us put this together because they're badass.
Yeah, they are.
So, yeah, we don't want summer to suck. So we already have that event. And I know that we are trying to put together our first ever BMS Live, which would mean that it would be a live interactive show that we would do, let's say on a Friday or Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be streamed live, and we would basically be doing our show, but just for a live audience.
Yep.
And we're going to call it BMS Live.
It'll be awesome.
So that means we would be doing big dummy trivia.
Mm-hmm.
We would have all our sound effects, all the things. We would do, instead of taking phone calls, we'll just have live audience interaction.
Yeah. In front of a
So
live
we'll have
audience.
somebody with a microphone out there. We'll ask, wild questions. Do you think dad bods are hot? And then, we'll have the ladies in the audience can tell us. We'll have a mic. It'll be super interactive. We'll have prizes. It'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe do some live stunts if we can get old man Nard back.
Be awesome.
Maybe we'll feed him. You know what we'll do? We could feed him a cheeseburger and see how long it takes him to crap his pants.
Okay.
Yes.
BMS Live.
What a bit. What a bit.
Just kidding. We would never do that. We've been so kind to Nard. So anybody's like, you guys are so mean to Nard. It's like, shut up. We're paying his bills. We're taking care of him. I got him an iPad. I got him a blanket.
Yep.
Got him a nice down pillow because he was. I brought like 3 different blankets up there, and I'm like, where's the blankets going? I don't know.
He's just throwing them away.
I think he is. I think he's wetting the bed and throwing them away.
Wow.
What's up, Rufus?
Hey.
Hi,
I got
man.
a question.
Yeah, what's your
I got a
question?
Hey, Rufus.
Yeah.
What's up, fella?
I was in that hospital up yonder.
Yeah.
This woman, this nurse up there turned me onto this Facebook thing.
Okay. Oh, to watch us live?
Oh, awesome.
I ain't never done none of that before, all right?
Oh, wow.
Anyway, all of a sudden, I started getting all these the messages and stuff.
Right. That's what happens.
All these women was what all they was going to do to me.
Don't fall for it, Rufus. That's a scam.
All right, you should be clear there. Then.
Yeah, that's all a scam, sir. They're going to take your money.
I even had one sent me a picture.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it's some guy.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's just a man
But
talking to you.
they were sitting there. I couldn't figure it out. I thought there was some kind of a plague going around that every one of them didn't have no gas money, and none of them had no money to pay for a babysitter and all this.
No. Yeah, there's a plague going around. That's just a dude trying to scam you out of your money using fake images.
That picture I saw wasn't no dude. I guarantee you.
I know, but that's how they get you.
Yep.
Well, I'm old school. I just kind of when they start talking like that, I'm ready to go. Just get me all warmed up. Now I got to be back neutral again.
Just know that it's a guy getting you all warmed up. That'll get you to neutral real fast.
Hey, that didn't even get me off the starting block.
Hey, Rufus, you can watch us live on Facebook Live since you now have Facebook, as well as.
How do I do it?
Yeah, well,
I don't even know how to operate it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to put you on hold. Our specialist, Goof is our specialist, our streaming specialist, and then you can watch us live every morning on Twitch or YouTube or Facebook, the old way. Facebook.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, how you doing otherwise? Nard's in the hospital.
What's wrong with him?
Everything.
Yeah.
He's had his gallbladder removed. He's got pancreatitis. He had a cyst. He's got all these fluids that are just in his body.
Well, don't send him to Austin. I guarantee you.
Okay. Well, we didn't. He's here, and so you're saying you didn't have a good time. Do you have your gallbladder?
I got all the original parts.
Okay. So think about that. Rufus
Yeah.
has
Think about
all the
this.
original parts and Nard doesn't.
Nope.
Nard's a lemon.
Yeah.
This last time I went in for a broke ankle, stayed a month, and I got probed, prodded, and every damn thing you can think about, and I still came out and they didn't even have a cast on my ankle.
Weird. It's wild. Well, thank you, Rufus. Appreciate it. I'm glad you're
Yeah.
doing good.
Absolutely.
Quit almost dying.
Good to hear. Oh, people are saying Rufus over Nard.
Yeah.
Have a Rufus party.
Why is it?
I don't know why it
Winter
becomes a
party for Rufus.
competition
I don't know
as to who's
either.
sicker.
What's the hospital?
We're on the
thing?
same team.
That's what I thought. I thought everybody's
It's
on the
Rufus
same team.
and Nard.
All right. So this woman had this to say about dad bods.
Huh.
Now, I have not heard anything about dad bods, probably because it's the straight man Speedo summer.
Sick.
Some women are saying it's ugly man summer, and so they are not having sex this summer because it's all ugly dudes.
All right.
All that's out there is just ugly dudes, which is just rude to say.
That is.
Talk about dad bod syndrome. A true dad bod is you letting yourself go, not caring about your fitness because you're too busy and you don't prioritize your health anymore. Dad bods are an excuse. I'm not saying that you have to be shredded or ready to step on stage. Everybody's form of healthy looks different, so you don't have to be shredded, but you need to be healthy, prioritizing your health at all times.
All right, she's just saying that dad bod is an excuse just to say you're fat. It's a nice way. Men can say, I have a dad bod.
Mm-hmm.
But, moms will say, I have a mom bod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
People don't like that either.
Yeah, I mean, that's not, yeah.
It's not a compliment.
Mm-mm.
So, women now, you guys think dad bods are gross? I thought you've always thought they were gross. But, you have less to worry about if your dude has a dad bod.
That's
so
true.
you can relax a little in the relationship. When your dude gets a dad bod, you're like, oh, all right, I can relax a little.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
wants him.
Right.
So,
but they're still attracted because he's got some arms.
He's maybe got a little bit of arm. They're just like, hey, I can chill a little bit. I don't have to worry about my body as much. Because all the ladies are always, what they say is, if the dude is really hyper-focused on his body, it can cause her to have a lot of insecurities because now she's thinking he's looking at all her flaws.
Yep.
And then she feels bad about herself.
Yeah.
This one woman said, she's like, as long as I have the better body in the relationship, as long as I'm the more attractive one, and as long as he makes more money, I'm fine.
Okay.
So as long as she's the hot one.
Yeah.
She's the fitter one, and she's the skinnier one. She's like, I don't want to be fatter than my husband.
Uh-huh.
It just looks weird.
Yeah. It's
I don't
a wild
know.
Look.
Does that look weird? I guess because all the sitcoms, it's always the fat guy with the skinny wife.
Yeah, sure. Sure. I don't mind it. I think dad bods just, they've needed to be knocked down a peg.
Sure.
It's like we're not
shouldn't
the,
glamorize
dad bods are not the, premier body.
No, we're in body positivity. We gotta
get rid of that. That's
why
gonna kill
do we
people.
gotta get rid of that?
Because that's gonna kill people.
It just needs to be humbled a little bit. It's
It
fine.
does.
It's not a big deal.
I'm fat. I'm gross. I know it.
You were just saying that you have a vacation coming up, and you have already been told long before the vacation happens that you are not having sex. That is wild to me. That she's already set the rules. Like, we're going to go on a vacation.
No, I asked her, like, so how are we going to get it on? You know?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
she's like, well, we're not.
I love that. This is what I love.
Yeah.
Go on a family vacation, and the thing that dad is most worried about is, hey, how are we going to work on the sex?
Yep.
Like, what's going to happen? Because you're on vacation, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then you don't want her looking at it like, oh, it's a vacation from having to have sex with you, too.
Maybe. I guess she might, but.
No, a vacation means a vacation. That means I don't have to do anything.
I'm having sex with or without her. So. She can jump on board or not. That's up to
No,
her.
you're going to masturbate a lot, I'm sure.
Oh, God.
I don't know if they
I wouldn't
allow
say a
that.
lot.
No, he is.
No, he's going to be wore out.
He might be a little tired.
Yeah,
all
he's
that
going to be
walking.
tired. He has no idea how tired he's supposed to be.
No.
Nah, the sun, dude, will energize you.
Yeah. You're gonna get one of those carts or whatever.
He's gonna have a churro in each cheek. He's like a It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready.
You're going to have a
I'm
great
ready
time.
to throw up.
It'll be fun. A lot of
But
shit.
I just think it's funny that they do set the rules like, no, we are not
Yes.
having sex.
Right. Well, I think it's funny, too, that Chris asked. He's like, wait a minute. How
Every
are we
man
going to do
asks.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Every man, what are the
Right.
logistics for that?
Yeah.
We got to
So
prep.
what are the booty logistics?
Uh-huh.
Whether it's Christmas time and you're going to your parents or you're going somewhere, it's like, all right, so what's the layout of the place?
Right.
Because you want to find out where's the safe spot to get it on.
That's true.
Is it going to be somebody there to watch the kids so you can have a little, fun
Mhm.
time? Is there a safe, you know what I mean? Is there a kids' night where they can put them away? It's like,
Yeah.
all right, the kids' club. Is there a kids' club there?
Yeah.
No, we're at Grandma's house. Okay.
No, we're at Grandma's.
You're always looking for that to get
Uh-huh.
rid of the kids so you can get it on. That's the man's brain.
Facts.
The woman's brain, again, I don't mean to mansplain, but this is how they say it on the internet, is that she's like, okay, the vacation is also a vacation from having to do that.
Yeah. That's a typical marriage.
Right? That's your typical all-American marriage
Mm-hmm.
where they go on a family vacation and she doesn't want to do it.
Well, it's because of the way it's set up. I mean, they got kids.
Yeah.
It's too stressful.
It's not like it's just him and her going on a vacation and she's like,
No, it's
no
not like
sex
that.
is happening. Like, that would be crazy.
No, like when we did the New York trip, like as soon as I walked in the door, my pants came off.
Right, so you're ready. No
I was
kids.
ready.
Times Square, let's go.
Yeah.
I flung those drapes open so you can see
Times Square.
Times
yeah.
Square. You said you stood right there naked,
Yeah.
Mhm.
showing Times Square everything.
Yeah. But I didn't realize the hotel across from me, you could see in their room so that you could probably see in our room.
Yeah.
You're like, that was when you were like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You open it up
Well, I
thinking
was only
like,
concerned about
obviously they can't see in here,
Yeah.
right?
And people were probably freaking out. Danny DeVito stand right over there. He's naked.
Oh,
Lusting
man.
again.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Oh.
I just think it's funny that Chris took his pants off as soon as he got to New York.
Yeah.
Took his pants off, ready to go.
Yeah.
I also think it's funny that Chris is like, wait a minute, what about sex?
Yeah, that's the best.
Like, not that
What
the
a man.
vacation's going to be awesome, this and that, but he's like, wait a minute.
Well, she sent me the itinerary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
you need to
there's-
send her the sexual itinerary.
You're like, wait a minute, you forgot to put sex on this
Yeah,
list.
there's nothing on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm missing a very important thing
Because
about
they
our
do
trip.
go by a schedule. You know?
Yeah.
In your
women love
normal life,
schedules.
right? Like, yeah, that's...
Yeah, she's all about routine.
Mhm.
Routine. Gotta-
Well,
gotta
here's the
stick to
deal.
schedule.
If you don't get sex, then you need to request makeup days.
Yeah.
that's good. Billy's
Yeah.
always good at negotiating.
So it's like, all right, so if you miss a
Yeah.
day, then you need a makeup day.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what you tell her. All right, that's fine. If we're not going to have sex, you're going to have to add them all to the next week.
Yeah.
Then she'll find a way.
Or if you want to get ahead of them, it's up to you.
Yeah, if you want to knock a few out before,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
that's
Yep.
up to you. And then you don't have to stress about the sex. And just tell her, I'll just touch myself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
No, I'll be
good.
fine.
That's good.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's what you,
I
you
mean,
tell her.
It's worth
Leave
a
it in
shot. I mean, you know.
I mean, that's
I mean,
fair.
The rollover minutes. I mean,
Yep.
They are.
Roll them over to the next week.
Mm-hmm.
And really, it shouldn't just get a certain amount, right?
No.
Mm-hmm.
You don't clock in with your marriage and clock out, right?
No.
I mean, you're a salaried employee in that marriage.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how many hours you put in.
It doesn't matter. So, do you guys ever get to go over?
Yeah, every now and again, yeah.
She'll give you an extra one, throw in a free one.
Yeah. A lot of times I'm just tired though. Man.
Do you get more when
It's
it's
a job.
when it's like child sports due?
No, because it's just garnished.
Okay.
She gets it whether or
I
not
don't. I know. I didn't know.
It's
if she,
crazy you guys still haven't like put a stop to that.
Yeah, you got to go down to the AG's
I know
office.
you. I know there's steps,
It
but
seems like it'd be worth it.
I'd have been doing that maybe my first week back together. I'd be like, hey, can we schedule this?
Yeah, we got to schedule this.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear this lovely lady talking about men?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Listen to this. This is really nice, guys. You'll feel real good after you hear this.
I don't know who started feeding men those lies that as they age, they become more attractive. That is a lie. You are ugly at 40, my darling.
All right, she's saying, dude, she's like, hey, dudes don't get hotter with age. They get ugly at 40.
At 35, you've lost.
You know who I saw who had a glow up?
Who?
Do you remember that guy from the 40-Year-Old Virgin and Anchorman?
Yes. Right.
Steve Carell?
Yeah. You said that, yeah, and I saw pictures of it. I was like, yeah, Billy's right about that.
That dude had a glow up. He looks better at 62
with gray hair
than he did at 42.
Yeah, he does.
Which is insane.
But he really does.
He looks
though.
like a supermodel.
Yeah.
You're getting crazy with that.
I know.
But, yeah.
I went over.
Yeah.
He looks handsome.
He does look good though.
Looks better at 62 than he did 42.
That's a fact. Yeah, he does.
All your hair. You don't go to the gym. Your body looks horrible with your belly that looks like you've been pregnant for the last 5 years. You are deeply and thoroughly unattractive.
She's like, you're 40, you're going bald, you got a big, huge gut, you're deeply unattractive.
Your eyes are unattractive. You don't
Your
shave.
eyes are unattractive. She said that. You don't shave.
You are disgustingly dirty and there is nothing attractive about you.
She hates dudes.
Matter of fact, let me burst your bubble further. It's only a few men that remain tip-top condition at the ages of 35, 40. Most of you all become regressed and haggard looking. Nothing attractive about you. Do you understand?
All right, she's saying that dudes look all haggard and nothing. Only a select few men look decent.
Because I'm talking of men I see, like my average day-to-day, average Joe, average James. Y'all are ugly. Especially you bald men. So ugly, minus my dad, though.
Oh, man. She really attacked bald dudes right there.
No, she did.
After they just came out with this big study that women prefer the bald men.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she's kind of, as far as majority of guys go, I guess she is probably right. About, It's not like all guys get better looking with age. It just... If the guys if they put in the work, then yeah, they age well.
Age better.
Yeah.
But every day you get uglier. That's what that's what was shocking about that Steve Carell guy, because he's more handsome now.
No,
there's another guy that's actually more handsome. If you look at the dude from the original Jurassic Park, the guy with the Australian guy.
Yeah.
I
remember.
He's like in his 70s.
Okay.
He looks terrific.
I gotta look him up.
Look him up.
I will.
He was like the paleontologist in
Oh,
Jurassic
I know
Park.
exactly what you're talking about.
This is a young couples, I guess. They're practicing non-monogamy.
Okay.
But being exclusive, but they have to be in the same room together.
We're kind of like in an open relationship.
Yeah. Wait, they're in their 20s. Early 20s.
Really? Are you dead ass? Yeah, dead ass. Holy oh my God, no way. Like foursome, threesome, orgies, all of that, bro. Our promise was like, once we get married, then we're like together, nobody else. But we're both still so young and so in love that we both realize like we're in our teenage years, we're in like our 20s, we want to have our fun, so let's have our fun and just get married in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. With that case, I guess if you're very physical and whatever, like why not just like, I don't know, each other a lot instead of like, I mean, we do. Like every night. Every night.
Yes.
Like twice a day pretty much.
They're saying that that's what these young folk are doing.
Okay. So these young folk are doing.
Yeah, that's what they said on the internet.
Hell yeah.
This is how they're doing the non-traditional relationships.
Uh-huh.
So they just go out there and do all these orgies and all this crazy stuff. And then down the road, if they get married, then they'll be exclusive.
Okay. All right.
Wild.
Yeah, no, that is wild.
Oh,
but that's how that's the new relationships.
Rufus, did you get another Facebook message?
No, I was sitting there thinking about what that old gal said about people getting ugly.
Yeah.
Women, they can get all that them boobs done. I mean, your doctor buddy can handle all that stuff.
Yeah, he does.
But they get older. I mean, gravity takes effect. They get the boobs done. They get the butt done. They get their eyes done. But you know something? Women like that, you just can't fix stupid.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're saying that women look hotter than men now.
All right.
I mean, that's in fact, I have audio for tomorrow. Another woman saying that it's all ugly dudes. She's so scared of an ugly dude summer. Yeah. All right, we'll get to the news next.
It's time.
Now it is our job to report the news.
The big-ass giant world news.
The revolution will be broadcast.
On the Billy Madison Show.
What's up, Billy Madison Show? Let's do some news.
All right.
Texas woman died after rinsing her sinuses with infected tap water.
Damn.
Wow.
I know. Crazy. And I saw another woman. She died using RV water.
Yeah. I mean, that
That's
sucks.
so scary. It's like water. How does water kill you?
I always get into this argument too because I don't know. I guess I got propaganda or something from like one of the water people that work for like the city water or whatever. They're like, this water's cleaner than bottled water, and I've been telling people that
Okay.
tap water's way cleaner than bottled water, and maybe it's not.
No.
Well,
he went down this whole I forget it now though. He did a good spiel. It was good propaganda.
yeah, so they believe the woman rinsed her sinuses from an RV's water system at a campground.
Yeah.
And now, she passed away.
No, that sucks. Like, that's so sad.
What an awful way to go out.
Awful, stupid way to go out.
California surfer comes face to face with a 10-foot shark after it tosses him from the board that he was on.
Damn.
They say that sharks, there was a guy that just took some trip where it's like shark-infested waters, and he was like, I just want to prove that sharks aren't the bad guys.
Oh, okay. Sharks always attack.
They do. If they're hungry, they
I
don't
feel
know
like
the
I
difference.
feel like they attack just for fun, too, but maybe I could be wrong.
That was in Jaws.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm just saying. Like, it seems like anytime there's, like, a shark just around people, it's like, oh, they're going to try to bite you. I mean, I don't blame the sharks. Like, duh.
I mean, how bored would you be?
They're sharks.
You have sex.
You're in the ocean.
And you bite people. That's it.
Right. Like,
You
of course.
eat, have sex.
And aren't they always hungry?
Bite people. Well, I think they're stupid.
I mean, they look stupid. Their eyes are a million miles apart.
Right? I don't think they're, like, real smart.
No. You can fool them real easy.
You can't train them.
Octopuses, I mean, they run circles around them all the time.
That's funny.
No, it is.
Did you see there was a video that was on X, and I don't know where, somewhere in Asia, and it had one of those live octopuses on the plate, and it was the girl's first time eating a live octopus, and it was like wiggling, trying to get off the plate, and she's using the chopsticks trying to keep it on the plate.
That's crazy.
Trying to keep it on the plate. She had poured some sauce over it, and then it started to freak out.
Like,
right?
eating alive, I just don't, it's not right. As humans, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, like, animals do it because they're animals. And I get it where animals do it, but I'm just saying, come on. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, okay.
But then I watched...
It just don't feel... It doesn't feel right. It really... I would have a hard time watching that.
There was this documentary that I watched, and this was in South America.
Okay.
And they had a bunch of tarantulas there.
Yeah.
And these kids would catch the tarantulas.
Uh-huh.
And then roast them like s'mores. And then wipe off all the little hairs, because those would make you itch and burn. They would wipe those off and then dip them in a sauce and eat them.
Man, that would really suck.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that it's like a delicacy
Like
to
a
them.
chicken strip.
Right.
But it was a tarantula.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess you only know what you know, but I'd really hate that life. I would hate that life. Yeah, I really would.
Knowing what I know now, what an actual chicken strip tastes like.
Yep. I mean, if you don't know any different, then
come down here to Raisin Spiders.
Raisin, all right. They always got a line out the ass.
Gross.
Man.
Remember, there was a while they were trying to get us to eat all those bugs all the time. Bugs are healthy for you. Eat them.
Yeah.
Crickets and scorpions, just eat them. Eat them all.
Yeah, there was. I mean, it's so funny to me now to see all the studies about, cutting meat completely out of your diet and how bad it really is for you and stuff like that. Like, it's
We're carnivores.
Yeah.
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 We're supposed to.
But I mean, I remember.
And how undateable
I
vegan
remember
men are.
Super Bowl ads where they were trying to put like vegans are better at sex. Like they really were, like they had those ads.
Yeah, that's a weird look.
It was.
I don't care. I mean, if you're a vegan, be vegan. What does it matter? It doesn't bother me at all. I don't care.
Nope. But it is just funny, though, about like when you stand on a hill about how healthy something is and it's not.
Yeah.
Video shows Florida animal abuser bashing a rooster named Roger with an umbrella.
I don't like it. I hate it. I hate any kind of animal getting abused.
And just, he's bashing his
Anybody,
rooster.
really, anything really getting abused is just awful.
You should never bash your rooster with an umbrella.
God, no.
And
I get it. The
especially-
rooster's got attitude.
This
and
isn't just a random rooster.
Right.
This rooster has got a name.
He does.
He has a name called
Right.
Roger.
Right.
So that makes it even worse to me if the animal's named.
Of course. It does. I mean, bad either way, but I agree.
Identical twins celebrate their 100th birthday.
Wow. I mean, I guess it shouldn't be shocking that both of them got to 100.
No, they got the life gene. They've had each other the whole time.
Right. They're literally built the same, but still.
This is what they said. They said that the love of sports is the secret to a long and happy life.
It just doesn't look happy at that age. Like at 100?
I'm trying to look at them. No, they don't. They don't look too good.
I mean, it's just like you can't do anything.
Oh, he's got a big stain. No, I thought that was a stain on his shirt.
Yeah.
No, that's just a. They put him in a nice sweater. They got him dressed nice. They got little hats on. Look, for their birthday, they got little king hats on.
Adorable.
That is adorable.
Yeah. And it cool, good for them, live to 100. I'm just saying, it just doesn't look great.
New York City hoarder facing 1 year behind bars for keeping 48 dogs in a filthy, cramped hellhole.
Yeah, awful.
48 dogs. There's no way you can pet all those dogs.
No. And like, I get like some of the hoarders, like they think that they're, rescuing some of these animals.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're just making their life hell.
Yep.
Terrifying moment: a 7-foot alligator twirls into death spiral as Florida cops try to wrestle it from the backyard.
Okay. Yeah, that's scary when they go into that death spiral move.
Man, and they're strong too.
I don't want, yeah.
And a pet zebra escapes a
I
tennis.
saw
you
the
see that?
video of that. It looks funny because it's like a ring camera in a neighborhood.
And there's just a
it's like
zebra.
you
And
got
that's
the
somebody's
zebra,
pet.
And like the zebra's like, like takes a right on like one of the roads. It's just hilarious.
I didn't know that you could just have zebras as pets.
I mean, they're basically just horses, right?
They're not part of the horse family, are they?
Are they not? That's okay. That's
Can you look that up, Chris? Are zebras part of the horse family? Maybe like distant cousin or something.
I thought they always looked like horses, so I was like, I thought they were like African horses.
Are they closer to donkeys than they are horses?
Well, I mean,
it just says they live in Africa.
Really did a deep dive, huh?
I mean, this one was in America, so not all of them do.
Yeah. Tell that to this zebra.
Yeah. This is an American zebra,
this
pal.
zebra's like,
I was born here.
I got stars and stripes.
Yeah, I think they are. They're equines.
Yeah.
Is that horses?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of African descent.
Equestrians?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so are they horses or no?
Yes, they're related.
Like a cousin or something?
Yeah, so like a cousin.
It's horses, asses, and zebras.
Okay.
Gotcha. Wikipedia.
Oh my. All right, well that'll do it for us.
Yep.
What a fun show. Hopefully tomorrow, again, let's not make it suck. Let's have another fantastic day, and we'll see you then.